motherfucker! You canceled your game last night. You skipped today. You piece of shit. Fucker.
How dare he? He's not allowed to be unwell.
He's not allowed. Matthew's running late because he's getting tea and ice cream.
Alright, so...
Emo's nowhere to be found.
Man, you want to talk about a rough fucking time? Shit, I got a rough fucking time for all of you.
That doesn't sound like something I want.
No, I'm super salty as of late. I have 3 great campaign ideas. One using the Cypher system, which I may be able to use if everyone else wants to do Cypher, but the D&D one, which I know everyone will be okay to do, but I don't know if they'll want to do because I've always had bad luck doing long term. Like, it always starts off like a great little adventure, and then I go, oh, let's go high levels, and then it goes to shit.
That's why you guys have been dirt poor low levels for basically more than a year.
Which, you know, honestly, at this point, I'm kind of okay with.
Yeah, it's like, it means that when you do level up and like we get level progression, it matters. It's not just like, oh, what's that? Well, we're level 19 now, sure, I'm gonna kill everyone.
Yeah, no, I think the problem is I always want to do a high level adventure. Like, my last real high level game, I ended everyone off at level 20, and I was going to have them fight the Tarask after they defeated, like, a demigod of the Yunti, right?
A demigod. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're demi. Yeah.
But you know, and that's all cool. But anyway, I have a cool little adventure. It might be good. I'd probably end it at level 12 as well, and it would be a cool little adventure. I think y'all would like it. But
yeah, I have no prep going forward from here.
So the problem
I've done nothing.
You got us to Maljun, and you made us a very nice map.
Yes.
So the problem is, though, I have one adventure that I am excited for. I want to run it like no other. This is the one where I put several months of like work into the world, and I'm sadly I'm taking my sweet fucking time making the actual maps and shit because it's a modern day world, and lo and behold, it's really hard to make a modern day map.
Oh, just like take Google Maps screenshots. It's fine.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about just grabbing like New York or something and just kind of editing it down.
I did that for a GURPS post-nuclear apocalypse campaign where I just did Google Maps and.
There's one issue with it though. Every group I've introduced it to, they've all had the same kind of reaction. So I'm going to introduce it. I don't know if I've told you about it. I think I have. But okay, first problem with the system. It's Mutants and Masterminds. It's a superhero role-playing game.
Yeah.
No one wants to know and learn a new system like this. I mean, it's D20, but no one wants to learn it. The other problem with it is it's a superhero game. No one wants to be a superhero anymore. It's like, well, fuck, guys. So,
one wants the capes.
So yeah, that's the problem. Everyone hates the idea that's a new system. Everyone hates the idea it's a superhero game. So I'm trying to find a way to advertise it as, no, you're not superheroes. You're more like the mutants from X-Men. They
are superheroes.
Okay, but
they are superheroes.
Instead of being the X-Men, you guys are more.
Is it like
just...
the B-list X-Men?
I don't know how to.
You're like
I don't know how to fucking describe it. It'd be like a sci-fi world where like a third of the population is psychic. You know?
Oh, I think you did mention this before, yeah.
Right, yeah, I think I've mentioned it. Yeah, but that's just it. A third of the world after a worldwide, you know, half the world is fucking dead. I am not in the game, despite the fact I'm on the fucking homepage.
Yeah, why aren't you guys...
I was at the homepage. I thought I joined and I didn't. Yeah. I just realized.
Speaking of games...
But the problem is, no one wants to do this because they think they're going to be superheroes. I'm like, no, you guys are just superpowered. You are enhanced beyond normal people. You're probably the strongest people alive, but there are stronger people because of reasons. There are plenty of challenges ahead, and you guys are wanted by the government for even existing, and you guys are all, you know, incredibly powerful, competent people. But the problem is, no one wants to try this because it's a superhero game.
After that many compliments, you'd think they'd be willing to do anything.
Some people just don't.
Well, you know,
System.
and I get it. Like, I get there's not many people who want to do it, and I more or less want to tell the story at this point, but there's no one else who wants to experience the story. I was like, fuck.
So speaking of
Oh.
experiencing stories, welcome back to Rick's Fun Time Improv Adventures.
Ooh.
So last time you guys basically did some shopping and shenanigans around Avalon, and finally settled with Amelia, the townmaster of Avalon, basically teleporting you via some teleport spell back to Maljun.
Phenomenal cosmic powers, right?
Yes, phenomenal. 4 people in the entire world sort of powers. And you appeared in the Grand Cathedral underneath its great dome supported by those 7 towers. Appeared there. It is a sort of hot summer day. It's not as muggy as it was on the island, of course. It is... I believe you guys left near the end of the day, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, we left at like sunset.
Yeah, it is a bit dark, although it is well lit in this area. Edris, of course, has had a significant change. His eyes no longer glowing their trademark blue.
And a new haircut.
And you guys are, well, made a worry of a bunch of people. A bunch of guards, well armored, wielding shields and spears, sometimes with pole arms, sometimes with sword and shield, have sort of surrounded you very quickly. There's maybe about 20 or 30 of them. They're just forming a circle around you, just kind of worried. No one really taking command, except for that one guy who does take command, as you guys are sort of sitting there. What is the meaning of this? Where did you come from?
Just hands up immediately. I do not steal anything, I swear, officer.
He's coming right at us!
Wow, that's a real talk right away.
Yeah.
Grant will also put a hand in the air, but in more of a calming motion rather than a don't shoot officer one.
Come on.
It's gonna sort of, I assume, sort of. You said was it a disorienting journey?
Well, yeah,
Or was
you were at one spot, and then bam, you're at another.
Yeah. So after kind of steadying himself a little, he'll stand up, kind of straight, put his hand up and say, we're here to see Durahn. We are back from... Fuck, I don't know. The mission he sent us on. Gotta give me like 5 more minutes to get into it.
Okay.
I can't be full grump right away.
We are his champions. And we are now returning to send him good news. Can you lead him? Can you lead us to him?
Enroth is just staring at Edris right now.
Right, kind of taken aback, like, wow, he is straight to the point. Who the fuck are you?
I can't remember if I did this last time or not. I know I meant to, but yeah. Do I see any of the Advar left in Edverse? Is there what's going on here?
Oh yeah, no. I had said last time there is no blue glow within him that your Eye of Bokob can see.
Interesting.
Not even the tiniest bit.
was
Save for a slight glow on his pocket. But I mean, it's in his pocket.
Look at Advo.
Is that an Advar in your pocket, or you just have
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Amelia.
Yeah, Timo's kind of just staring sadly at Edris.
You expect you to let a bunch of strangers just show up here and see this king? And at that point, Amelia steps forward, dusting off her pure white robe. We would ask to see the king. I'm Amelia of Avalon. If we were to ask him, he would very much like to see us. They sort of look around, and the guy in charge just sort of nods to another person who sheathes his blade and goes off toward one of the towers that support the great dome of the cathedral. It is, it's kind of warm, not that muggy.
I mean,
It's well lit. The cathedral's pretty well lit.
how does the city in general look like?
You can sort of see over. The Grand Cathedral's pretty big, so it's kind of hard to see over. And it is getting toward night. You can see chimney smoke rising as is normal in the city. You can't see anything in particular from here.
Such a beautiful day.
Enroth is still staring at Edris, and then looks to Timo, like looking for some sort of help.
Are you all right, Edris?
I am. Thank you for asking.
Edris, what has happened to your eyes?
He kind of takes a moment to think, and then he says, they are back to normal.
Amelia looks a little concerned and then just walks up to Edris and just puts her hands on both sides of his head and like moves his head around, gets a good look. Oh dear.
That's disorientating. Please don't do that too hard.
My apologies.
It's fine. You did me a favor.
What's happened?
Hear that my spell to get us here has had some side effects.
Why has it Are you saying that he's different?
The Advar spirits within him are gone, likely left behind. I've heard of this happening, but it hasn't happened in my lifetime yet.
I'm always glad to be the exception, especially in this instance. Amelia, there's one thing that wasn't left behind, and I'd like you to have, because I no longer deserve to have it, or need it. And pulls out the Wonder with the blue thing and stuff.
What is this?
It is a gift from the Advar, but to someone else that is not me. I'd like to return it.
You think you can get rid of me so easily? I think not. And as you try to hand it to Amelia, like your hand stays closed around it, and she like can't get it out. She's like, well, I thought you were giving it to me.
My apologies, and then I just kind of turn around abruptly back to Amelia. I suppose I thought you didn't want me, considering this current state.
So he's still talking to Styx.
Yes, he's still talking.
Yeah.
So not
So I can do
everything's
that too,
changed.
then.
So I turn back to Amelia and I say, I think he's not as changed as I thought he was.
Glad to always.
Well, you know what they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
I've never heard them say that, but okay.
They do. They most definitely do. But yeah, you think a little mishap like that would make you not chosen by the Advar? We're chosen long enough ago, we're not leaving you so soon.
That's both comforting and worrying, but I thank you.
The guard who was sent away comes back and whispers to his commander's ear, to the ear, tell the ear specifically. Well, seem that they speak true. Back to your posts. I will take them to see the king.
Who's running to meet a king? I'm not from this land. I don't actually know who this guy is, do I?
No, you have no idea. The tales of Durahn in this land are quite rare across the sea.
As we're led to the king, Enroth will like sort of walk along Amelia and kind of like surreptitiously try and talk to her. Amelia,
Yes, Enroth.
I have meant to ask you, this being that is now with Runt, will it change him? Will it? How will it? What will happen to my wolf?
I'm not sure. The Advar are not ones for inhabiting animals, even those with some intelligence. Although it should be noted that most people that become host for the Advar do not change that significantly.
Enroth kind of looks at.
Consider it a
Edris.
blessing.
When she says this, Enroth kind of looks at Edris for a moment and then looks back to Amelia and says, "Are you sure it's a blessing?"
I mean, Amelia has the same glowing blue eyes.
Right.
Damn.
Yes, I am. The soldier commander leads you to one of the towers, the same tower that group long ago went up to meet with Hemdurah for tea. The doors open at the as the guards, now maybe 2 or 3 times as many as there were before, open the door and let you up. The stairs go upward. You all plod up. Runt like sort of keeps running into the stairs every few steps because dogs aren't that good at stairs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
It goes up and up, spiraling around. Get probably over halfway up the tower before you get to a little landing where several guards stand. The king is to meet with these people. Please open the door. And the guards actually like get out 2 sets of keys and then turn the keys at the same time, and the doors unlock. It's quite the locking mechanism, but with the keys being right there, you're not sure how secure it is actually. Because, I mean, you take out those 2, and then you just... It's not a good system. And the doors open into a sort of dimly lit bedroom chamber. And by bedroom chamber, I mean it's like 100 feet across. It's a big bedroom. With a hearth on one side, burning brightly, a curtained bed with the finest silk curtains, several desks, several bookcases, like a small library to one side, a little like sheltered off area with a bath. It's a complete living space basically. And you see a figure, a figure in the bed all the way across the room. I'll be closing the door behind you. Well, no, I will be accompanying you, and if anything happens to the king, there will be hell to pay. The king might say he wants to speak with you, but he's not in the best of sorts.
Enroth kind of gives like a look to the guard, and then turns to Grant and says, "I don't remember everyone being this paranoid when we last came here."
You've
clearly been away for some. You've clearly been away for some time. Then he leads you all across the room.
How long have we been gone? Is it like a couple of weeks?
A couple of weeks, probably close to a month, actually.
Yeah, it was like a week or so to get to Fiskara, wasn't it?
Yeah, and another like week and a half or 2 weeks to get across there, and you've been on Avalon for several days. So going on a month, you've been away, which is the most significant amount of in-game time that's all been played out and not skipped through. And it only took us a long-ass time to get here. Real time.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
In the bed, which is, a California king, sitting in the middle, looking very small, is Hemdra. He's underneath the covers, so, only his head is exposed, but he looks very pale, even in the dim light. He's sort of got this clammy, sweaty look to him. His eyes barely open as you get to him. That brilliant blue glow that once marked him as a sort of eccentric, and Advar himself it's dull. As walk up to him, Amelia just starts tearing up, what happened? I mean, they lead you. You don't have to squint. You're right over there. You're right at the bed.
He does it anywhere.
Yeah.
He puts on some glasses. He wants to make sure he's seeing it right.
Amelia, it's so good to see you, and I was right to put my trust in Ellen. And the people that you would ride along.
Thank you.
Sort of grimaces in pain, and lets out this low,
Seems the situation here has gotten somewhat worse in our absence.
I was protecting the city just fine until a day or two ago. King of Sablo slain to talk to its military-controlled forces. I was not aware that hell would enlist such a powerful inhabitant of this land, this plane, do their bidding.
Ooh.
Deep within the desert of Sablo, Mage has been studying for decades dark secrets. He's known as the Wicker Mage, and he appeared during my talks. The dagger, fused with the poison, hell's deepest pits. A poison so great that not even Aubert could heal these wounds. Not sure if I'll recover at this rate. I'm doing all I can to hold on.
Is there anything we can do?
Talk to Aubert. He is in charge now. Maljun is in dire straits, within and without. Help them as you finish the task I set before you. Just sort of grimaces and sort of squirms in pain. I would rest some more. I apologize. Hey Dimmy, how about that plot point? How about that plot point? Yeah.
Oh.
So good.
Mm.
I'm really
you,
sad
man.
that I'm really annoyed though. I can't take
Is
my
this-
decision back. I'm stuck with it.
Is this the Kingslayer stuff? Is this Eugene?
Oh,
Poison.
much worse.
No, not the
Oh,
Wicker
much
Mage.
The Wicker Mage. I thought that was just a name for... Never mind.
It's
You've never heard the
It's Nick Cage.
master
Nick Cage, the Wicker Mage.
last master of bees.
Just goes around punching women.
He's got that staff that you guys got rid of, the insect one.
Oh, God. Oh, that's now.
That's where Ed versus Dude went.
Amelia crouches next to Hemdra's bed. I will stay here with him and see what I can do. But if Aubert could not, then
Is there something you could do together?
I feel like the best we can do for him right now is to allow him to recover, to take the burden off his shoulders if we can.
Yeah.
The military dude, the soldier, clears his throat. Well, I wish to speak to Aubert. He is currently in a meeting.
Then we'll speak with him as soon as he's available.
My king, would you have them... would you have... Fuck. Can't think of the fucking word. Would you have arrangements set up for them to stay? Durahn just nods. Do give them all the comforts of this town.
Thank you for the kind offer, but I think we already have accommodation. That sounds so arrogant.
But, yeah, the Adderstone estate that you haven't been at in literally a long time.
A long time, a few months. I mean, you know, the grass is pretty trim, I think, or should be, having a goat there. So, you know, long-term planning.
The city under siege. Somebody's eating that goat.
No.
How long till Obera is ready?
It shouldn't be too long. He should meet you before the day is done.
And we'll wait around for him.
I would ask that you stay in the upper city. Our security proceedings don't allow free movement between the cathedral district and the rest of the town proper. At least not until this business is taken care of.
Also, is that just this inner ring?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's the upper city, and then the city proper, and then there's the outside of the gates areas. He goes to the door and gives a knock, and it opens up.
How does he know it was the guard's knock? Sorry.
I mean, if they want out, like, it's not, they don't let people freely in, but if you want out, they'll just let people out. As I said, it's not the best security setup.
Yeah. That's fair.
Just what you do?
So I guess we're supposed to just wait here, or do we come back?
No, he's just gonna set you up somewhere.
Okay.
Hem wants to be left to rest.
Yeah. John's gonna politely file out. He's gonna give him a solemn look as he leaves, and a kind of hopefully a reassuring nod.
Yeah, Hem Durahn looks like shit.
Yeah.
He went from like an eccentric, kind of crazy, energetic old man to someone who looks like they're on their deathbed.
Oh, and he went from old Edris to...
Enroth,
yeah.
Enroth turns to follow. Runt hops, he puts 2 paws on the bed, licks Hemdurah's face, and then turns around and follows Enroth out.
Yeah, even his sweat is Runt can tell it's pretty. Something's not right.
Runt looks very sad.
Yeah. So yeah, the military man, soldier man. Oh, I should have made it that one guy.
Soldier boy.
No, the
the one who kept getting sent to.
Yeah, no, he leads you down, to the base of the tower, to the Grand Cathedral. You are welcome to stay here, or there is a warmer room with some food laid out. It's not much, but it keeps the soldiers on break fed.
Alright.
That sounds good.
I'm done.
He leads you across to another. Well, not across, but around to another tower. Just on the first floor is a large dining hall. Again, about 100 feet across, round room. Several tables set up with various plates of food. I will send Aubert your way when he is finished.
Thank you.
Runt immediately starts going for the food, racing Timo to the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of plates, and they're like there's like roasted pheasants. They're kind of like room temperature. They've been sitting out, like covered dishes, but out for a bit.
Timo can't even spell salmonella, so he's not worried.
Runt's stomach can handle it. He just starts chowing down.
Are there other people in this room?
No. It appears that there's no breaks happening right now.
Okay.
Enroth walks over to Edris, and
Yeah.
are you? I still do not understand what has happened. Are you?
Sorry. Carry on.
No. What has happened?
Well, to put it all shortly, the Advar have left my mind. And that is all about it, really.
With a... How do I ask this?
Just
When has Enroth cared about tact?
Yeah, that's true. I think Enroth, this is not so much tact as like he can't figure out how to phrase this. He's like his first brown. It's like, were they? Did they make you the way you were?
I think it was a combination of things, but that is all irrelevant now, it seems. And the future is looking bright and rough.
Enroth kind of does a little sad smile and nods, and then he sort of turns around and looks at Runt with his blue eye and his sort of concerned look, and then he sort of walks off to go find some food.
The cycle continues.
I could eat.
No.
Yeah, there's plenty of food. Just
And Druskin says he is Druskin.
all right. Druskin's there.
Oh,
I am Drusk. I don't know. I can't do that voice. I can do the Timo voice. Can't do that
I am
voice.
Druskin. He's like, he
Doing
doesn't
Druskin.
look, I am Druskin.
hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like dragons and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Screw Comet Dragons. Yeah.
You guys are all freaks.
There aren't any clothes around. It's just a
No.
dining room.
I thought you had
Whoa.
fancy clothes.
Well, what if I want like I want my leathers polished and I want like my actual adventuring gear to be like look like I haven't been stuck in the woods for a couple of days.
Well, it's a bit late.
You had a day, man.
Maybe you'll be doing shopping tomorrow.
Alright.
I mean-
I'll
I
ask
mean,
the
there
god-
was-
I'll ask the gods about it then.
As you pop out, you see a tall, black-haired, very regal-looking high elf coming towards you, just sort of as you peek out the door. And who would you be? Sort of asks. He's got another high elf next to him. Looks pretty moody, also with long black hair.
I look around to see who he's talking to, and then
He's
I
talking to
realize-
you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Then I realize. I'm like, me? Oh, I brush my leathers off a bit. Stand straight, walk up. Xavier Staberdon. Pleasure to meet you. Offering a hand.
He takes your hand in a trepidatious manner. Shakes it.
And you, good sir.
I am known as Aubert. Are there others inside? And he sort of gestures for you to go back in.
Yeah, they're this way. Or I'll step back in. Like, fine.
So everyone else sees Xavius come back in, and the doors open, and Aubert and a. Did I ever give him a name? Did I ever give the very moody half high elf a name?
Oh, I didn't.
Go
I
through
don't
my
think you did.
notes. I know Aubert. I
It's
know.
been so long, it's so foggy.
Yeah. Let's see. No, I'm not sure if I did. Not that. I take terrible notes for this campaign. Just awful.
I know that feeling.
No, his name's not Bahamut. He's not Alhaster. That guy's dead.
It's Barry Hormuth, actually, I think.
What is the name of the city again?
Maljun?
Maljun.
Fiskar.
Maljun.
No, Fiskar's the sea one.
Yeah, Fiskar is a port town.
Yeah.
It's not Anson.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So,
Sea one is the technical term.
Yeah. So yeah, here Aubert walks in with the very moody high elf that you have met before. Well, some of you have met before. And walks over to the party. It's been quite some time. Suppose I should welcome you back to Maljun.
I wish you could welcome us on better circumstances.
Don't we
wish
all?
I could say we were. Wish I could say we were glad to be back. I'm more. Well, we're pleased that we've come before it's too late. Hopefully, but
He sits down, well, next to Timo, and just grabs one of the plates and the snack in the middle and starts putting some, like a leg of pheasant and some greens, a potato, and just he starts eating. I haven't had time to sit down and eat since Durahn came back. Actually, it's been very tiring running Maljun.
When the end of the world is coming, you should make time for meals. You never know when you'll get another.
He cracks a smile at that. So glad that some of us can have some levity in this dire times. He takes a few bites and eats, kind of leaving this awkward silence as this high elf commander sort of stands there with a grimace, wipes off his mouth. So how went your mission?
we recovered what we were sent for. On the whole, it went fairly well.
See that you have reunited with your friend of the past. I am Druskin. Yes, I know.
I think Druskin had more to say to him too, like for a little while, because this is fun.
And I see that you have met friends along the way.
Hi, how you doing?
I love that he just kind of stood there like, okay, so I wanted a ride away from the island, and now like the world's ending, and I'm being introduced to the king, and I'm just super happy to be here right now.
This is a great adventure, shit.
I mean, Enroth and Grant were just like, you guys were just escorting a caravan and got dragged into this.
Yeah, we got swept up.
Yeah. I think when you're like mid-fight or you're post-fight or whatever, and like a dead person appears to you and says the world's gonna end, you kind of have to step up.
Well, there's that.
That's why Grant's still here.
Well, Durah's mission to you may be over, but I would ask you of another one.
course.
Uh-oh. You have a mission for us? How exciting!
To really be a series of missions.
Oh.
Maljun is not in the best condition.
So
Durahn is not in the best condition. The last people to escape Finalto arrived just this morning.
No.
That town either burns or is now host to an undead horde.
wait, hang on, Finalto?
Finalto.
Was that the place from the start?
It was faced from the very start.
Oh, very sad. Oh, okay.
That was after you guys, after Edmoth and Grant joined. Finalto is it's like it's the big
the
front,
eastern one, right?
the big
The
frontier,
western one.
the big frontier town in the west.
Yeah. What was the
I'm
name of that? I
sorry
thought you
for-
meant that tiny town from when we first joined, and I was like, man, that's dedication there.
Oh no, Masakayo has
That's the
fallen.
one. Oh well, fuck.
Masakayo has fallen. Its people driven out or enslaved. Its walls now host to demons. Devils, properly. There are an undead force on the west and a fiendish force to the north. Maljun is like to be their next target. There is nothing but farmlands and small villages between here and Masakayo. I assure you that the devils have no problems going across that distance. You've numbered their forces at least 1,000. Pose a great risk to these people, and more arrive every day. They have not begun their attack on Maljun, but it's only a matter of time. And he stops to take another bite of food, eating they're just sort of cracking open, like just picking up the baked potato and biting into it. Just eat the whole thing. Just eat the whole potato.
Just inhale it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just... Oh gosh.
It's like a snake eating an egg.
He unhinges his jaw and devours the potato, as elves are known to do.
Yeah, I knew there was a reason elves freak me out.
Yeah, this is why Grant doesn't like them. See, because they're like creepy.
Within Maljun, a small group of discontent, some discontent has formed. While they will not speak openly on the streets, it appears that a small, would not call them a cult proper, so that it is, operating in the shadows, some group has formed that is trying to undermine our security measures at every turn, and further convince people that these March of Devils should just roll over and let them come.
Well, that seems very unhelpful.
To put it lightly.
Did you say a cult?
I would not call it a cult proper, but it does have the underpinnings of deep throat the potato. It does have the underpinnings of such things. And then with Durahn being as injured as he is, our forces are stretched thin.
Enroth looks kind of like he looks a little upset, and he looks to Oberon. He says, "Would it not be better if we went straight for our goal and ended this invasion in the first place?"
I kind of nod.
I'm not sure how you would go about that. I know that Durahn sent you to get an artifact, the egg of Io. But what that is used for...
We need... Okay, I'm going to confirm this with the players out of character because I think I remember, but I don't want to say it in character and then be entirely wrong. Don't we need to, like, chuck it at the big portal?
Yeah,
right. But we have no idea
portal.
what... Yeah, but... Yeah, that is what we were told out of character.
Yeah. Okay. So, in character now, Grant's going to say we did receive guidance on that matter. We must get the egg to the... What would it be a word that you would use? The sort of grand portal, the largest portal created by these Hellspawn, and if we can do that, it should halt the invasion. I wouldn't know
This plan
how
of
we could manage
yours
that.
is going to cut it close, then. The devilish forces that have come through so far have merely done so through smaller portals.
I don't
It's
suppose you
such-
have any knowledge of how or when this grand portal may appear.
I would imagine they would leave that for the 11th hour, when the forces of hell are brought forward in great number. Yes, a grand oblivion gate outside the walls.
This is wonderful.
Is there going to be a big sort of spider siege engine that comes out
Oh.
with all the legs and the turny bit?
Oh God.
Not this.
It's okay, guys. We'll just call Will Smith.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, why Will Smith specifically?
Wild Wild West.
Wild West.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Damn it.
that's a stretch of a reference. Ooh.
Oh, that one hurt my head. Shit.
Yeah, I only barely got it, because at first it was like, did Will Smith do a voice in Oblivion?
No, the giant spider.
I mean,
no,
Pat-
I knew
I do-
exactly what you were talking about.
I mean, Patrick
I do
Stewart
want you
did.
to retroactively be Patrick Stewart as Durahn now.
I mean, basically. Just like glue a ponytail to the back of his head.
Oh my god, that would be a sight to see. I imagine he wouldn't, like, he would be surprised that it was there, would keep trying to turn around and just catching it in the edge of his vision. If you were to actually just create a ponytail
Yeah,
on Patrick Stewart, though.
Hemdara's, like, his hairdo makes no sense. He's completely bald except for the back of his head, where he's got a ponytail going down to his knees.
It's magic, he doesn't have to explain it.
It's the most the most bizarre shit ever.
I'll be back incredibly quickly. I need to grab a cup of tea that is already ready for me.
And Roth,
You Brits and your damn tea.
yeah. And Roth looks at Oberon and says, "If we do not know where this portal is, maybe these cult will have an idea of where it might go."
Well, he did. Bear, right? Yes. He didn't explain it wasn't a cult proper as much as it's just people who are helping to shepherd the entities because they don't give a fuck. Sorry, that's.
Forgive me. We met another cult in. Oh God, what was the town?
Willow Springs, something like that.
Will Springs.
I think it was like Willow Springs or something like that.
Willow Springs.
Hemlock Spring.
Hemlock Spring.
That was a very small town.
No, I'm thinking of Alahaster.
There was one there too. Viscara.
Right. Viscara, thank you. That's the one I was there for.
Oh, yeah. No, you were there for Hemlock Spring too. Because that was the town that was just south of Maljun that you fought the necromancer and shit.
Okay. Yeah, we have met false prophets along the way, who've proven to be servants of the hand of the nine hells themselves. It would not surprise me to learn that this cult is directed by the demons directly.
Devils are fickle and very underhanded group.
So you think that's what happened?
They are very likely that this cult was started by them in an attempt to destroy Maljun from the inside out.
So you want us to deal with this cult then, or like first and foremost, or should we start elsewhere?
Maljun's security is at risk with these. If you would go after them, find something out about them, perhaps cut out their leadership.
I got this, guys. Don't worry.
And Roth
Seems,
sort of.
I hope that your confidence is not misplaced.
He does have certain skills that may prove useful here.
Oh, by the way, professional thief. Pleasure to meet you.
He cocks an eyebrow at that.
Where Enroth sort of like shrugs it off and says, "Where might we find this cult?"
That is the problem, isn't it? If we knew where it was, we would send forces to take care of it right away. Things are not so simple.
Is there anything you could tell me about the methods or any members who you may have apprehended at all?
Well, they have a tendency for disappearing, going around a street corner when being chased, and then vanishing. We're not sure how they're doing this, whether it be by magic or some other means. We've been told that they are led by two brutish tyrants. People who aren't afraid of crushing people if they get in their way. And I'm sure that their abilities, their violent tendencies, striking fear in people as much as the chance of a devilish invasion is.
So they, what? You say they've been undermining security. Have there been attacks?
There have been some attacks, but it's the proselytizing, the spreading of this word of destruction that is the most worrying.
So, where is your biggest choke point of security that they've undermined recently?
The biggest security that they are a risk to is the security of our people's hope.
Right.
Do they do this via preaching?
Sorry, what was that?
Do they do this via preaching in the streets?
There are some that have some become doomsayers on the streets, some go into inns and taverns, spreading a word of, well, hopelessness.
Well,
Sounds like a starting point at least.
Alright, well. I'm done. How about the rest of you?
No, I'm hardly going to say no.
Enroth stands up and says, "Oberon, are there any?
It's just Aubert.
Oh, Aubert. I keep putting. Sorry, I'm getting my references messed up. Aubert is. Are there any armors in this district?"
There are armors, of course.
Armorers.
Armorers.
Armoires.
There are armors. It's a lovely wardrobe maker.
Yeah. Nice. And I nod. And
Most of the smiths in this upper district have been working day and night to provide our militia and trained military with proper equipment.
I nod my head. And, do you know the name of this? What you called it? Not a cult. Is it a group?
Some group or another.
1 second.
They have not accepted a name for themselves, at least one that they give publicly.
If we are going to suss out these conspirators, we are going to need passage between the districts.
Of course. I will make sure that your your likenesses are known by the guards at the gates, but know that your passage will still be quite limited.
Well, hopefully we won't be returning until we have either apprehended the leaders or have gained information that will allow you to do the same. Or if we have hit a wall and require extra assistance. I hope it doesn't come to that.
I'm not sure And on a even more grave note, I'm not sure if Durahn will even see the end of this conflict. He was
Oh, boy.
struck by a poison that is beyond even my knowledge. I have done all in my power, all of the great magics that I have been allotted by Durahn himself.
Wait, there is something.
Something?
And looks at Grant and kind of says, mouths, I suppose, the scale.
There is, yeah. We were. How do we all know about the scale? What the scale can do now? Were we told? I think.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. We all said what it could do.
Because I know that you identified it. Didn't I've immediately forgotten her name. Amelia, tell us about it.
Yeah.
A little bit. It has great defensive abilities. Will even sacrifice itself to save the life of its wielder.
Wow.
Basically.
Yeah.
The long and short of it.
Grant will mention that then. So yeah, we did receive a second artifact when we retrieved the eye, a scale of Io that has been known to allow one to avoid death. I'm not sure if it would help in this situation, but is this something you've heard about?
I have heard of the Scale of Io. It is one of Io's greatest artifacts. It's said to be a scale taken from the very breast of the god himself. It's possible that it could save Durah's life, or at least prolong it. I'm not sure if Durahn would be accepting of such a great sacrifice. If Io had given you that scale himself, Durahn may wish for you all to use it.
Surely
But
he must respect our decision to use it for him.
he likely would. Even as long-lived as he is, as long-lived as elves are, death is still feared by all of us.
So Grant, Enra, Timo, Xavier.
I am Druskin.
What about what?
Justin. The scale and the possibility to save a life of
Yes.
Enduro. Are you all willing to part with it?
Mm,
How many lives has Durahn saved himself? I think he has earned this.
And Enrod shakes his head no.
I kind of agree.
I look towards I look at Everest and I look at him in the eye and I say, I understand your instinct, but if we save Durahn but fail to stop the demons, all will die anyway.
Surely, with the aid of Hemdra, one of the most powerful people that you will ever meet, that is a more important asset than a scale. That could minorly help one of us.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Robert, but it wouldn't restore him immediately to his previous power, would it? It would simply allow him to hold on for longer in the hopes that maybe this conflict could be resolved and he could be allowed to rest and regain his strength on his own.
I'm not sure what effects the artifact would have on such a powerful poison. This is far outside the experience of anyone on this planet. Anyone, you know, in all honesty.
Even if it is a shallow gamble for the life of even one person, surely that is worth it.
Enrod shakes his head no. I think
Don't you trust
I
your own
think the-
abilities?
Enroth looks hard into Edris and says, "I would be foolhardy to believe. It would be foolish of me to believe that I could take on hell, all as I am now. And surely
Well-
you must realize that as well. Io
Yes.
has given us this weapon. Io has guided us here. I am not one for these gods, but yet I find myself swept up in their path, and I have to trust what has been set before us. I do not think this is a good idea."
It is
I think-
thankful that. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can go ahead if you're directly talking. This is a. You go first.
Okay, just a quick. I do not expect to go up against hell and live if I fought by myself, but thankfully, I have brave, courageous, and powerful companions that will help me do that.
Edris pulls out his trump card,
I think
complimenting.
Yep. Honor all the way.
as much as I would like to agree with Edris and use
Really?
the skill to save, yeah,
Oh, that was good.
and save Hamdara. I feel at this point it may well be for nothing. If
Agreed.
for now, at least, I think we should keep the scale with us. I don't think we should discount the possibility, and if it looks like Hamdara may be coming close to his end, I would be willing to sacrifice it, but
He was already close, as you
I don't want to make such a decision lightly. As Enroth said, this scale was given to us to help us complete this task. The gods have been giving us all they're able with their lessened strength, and I fear we may need it.
Well, this is a better time than any. We should decide what we shall do with the scale.
Would Amelia and perhaps Hemdra himself be able to give any input into this? Maybe they should be allowed to mull it over and
How
between-
about if we keep it between ourselves and we decide ourselves?
Do not squander and waste the wisdom of those above you. I have been told.
I agree. Just I feel they would just say the same thing though.
Perhaps they would, but I can't claim to know the intent of the gods. I can only interpret it as best I can, and what we've been shown so far is that we must complete this task. Hemdara himself is blessed by a god. He, more than such,
Even then, he dies now as we talk. We have the power to abate his pain and suffering.
potentially. We don't know anything about this poison. If it's strong enough to bring
What
him
po-
down as it has, it may well be stronger than this help that Io can give.
What poison from this world, or hell itself, could go against the artifact of the god?
Well, it's strong enough to go against one of the chosen of the god, one of the manifestations of a god.
But even then, manifestations are limited by the god's influence.
As is the
This is
god.
all talking. While you guys are talking, a bear is just eating and just watching you.
I imagine Timo is as well.
Yeah, he's kind of like stops eating momentarily, like he's going to interject, but Edris is like running this show on his own, so he kind of just goes back to eating.
Insert I trust Edris here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Grant's going to sort of make a sigh and say, there is no guarantee that we will all survive to the point where we need the skill anywhere. perhaps it would be best to keep it here, where it is safest, though I don't think you can call anything safe at the moment. Should Hemdara desperately need it, it can be used. Should we need it, we can come and retrieve it.
I agree. I think that is the wisest decision. But I think instead of leaving it in a box or a safe spot, I suppose, I think we should leave it in the immediate reach and safekeeping of Hemdura himself. Therefore, if he needs it, he does not, in his weakened state, need to travel for it.
Enroth kind of looks towards Grant and then towards Everest and says, I am not sure I agree with this. I do not know if in Hemdara's weakened state he could stop some ambitious servant from taking it. But that being said, I will not push too hard on this.
Remember that Hemdara is not alone. Albert is here, and for the time being, Amelia is as well. And if between the wisdom of you three you feel the scale should be kept for our use, or should be used to prolong Hemdara's life, you have it is at your discretion. He's saying this last bit, obviously, to Albert.
Aubert kind of like, I didn't expect you to ask me to speak or anything. And he finishes, makes a hard swallow and rinses it down.
Potato the second.
Yeah. If you would leave it with Hemdara, it will be well protected. As silly as some of the security measures may seem. Only the most trusted men are kept close to Hemdara.
Oh, come on, man.
Who did I give it to because I thought he was wise? Oh yeah, Grant. What was Grant saying? Fuck.
Saying, keep it here. Whoever needs it first gets it.
I don't like.
I didn't say first. I said whoever needs it most.
Oh, that's it.
If Hemdara is on, that's the point of saying defer to the wisdom of the others.
Bound to it in order for it to work. So if you're already dead, it's not going to save you afterwards.
He hasn't. Grant hasn't attuned to it.
I know. I was just letting you know. Whoever attunes to it though gets it. Not.
Yeah. How long does that take? Like an hour.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're dying, you know.
It might be too late by that point.
Well, Hemdura, I'd imagine, has lasted this long. I think he can abate death for an hour, even in his current state. And due to his affinity with magic, I'm sure it will not take him as long as it does for others, less gifted people.
And
like
regardless, we are about to head into the lower city to deal with people who are not only evading the entirety of the city guard, but are actively spreading dissent and causing chaos.
Right.
I don't think taking two powerful magical artifacts there would be the wisest of decisions.
No, taking it might be bad, but if someone were to attune to it, I don't think they can remove it from your body. It's a part of you.
Nor could...
It's not clear.
I don't think we should attune to such an item just for convenience sake. I feel like once you have attuned to it, it's all or nothing.
Grant confirmed to give Senzu Bean to Cell before the final battle.
So what
Fucking Goku! What a jackass!
I do not get this reference.
Okay, no,
Well,
before the battle between his son and the most powerful villain he's ever faced, Goku gave Cell the fucking Senzu Bean to put him back at full power.
Yeah, they're the ones that restore you instantly, aren't they?
Yeah.
Wow, what a dick.
Yeah! It's like, no, it's gotta be a fair fight.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
What the hell, Dad? Jesus Christ!
And yes, Goku never kissed Chi-Chi. Of course, until he was 12, he didn't know that men and women were different physically. So, I mean, Goku's never had... He's never been on top of things.
Okay. Okay.
Jeez Louise.
Grant has never kissed a woman.
So, what are we going to fucking
Oh, okay,
do?
yeah. You're making some major conflations here, but yeah.
Yeah. No, Grant
What
is
are
just
we-
Goku now.
What are we doing?
Grant coup.
Son Grant.
Yeah.
We have to. I think we need to, track down this cult. I'm not a fit.
Okay, but
No.
what about the egg here?
I was about to mention that. I feel for the time being that would be best protected here as well. I
All
think
right,
if this
fine.
place falls, all is lost no matter what.
Aubert speaks up. I could hold on to it if you wish. I can assure you that now that we are aware that they may have some way to deal with people like like I'm Durahn myself, I will be ever vigilant.
Right.
Timo kind of hesitantly looks over Aubert and reaches into his pouch to pull out the egg. Keep it on your person.
I will.
I don't know that anyone can be trusted, and this is everything.
He nods.
While he's doing that, like, I assume attention's going to be directed that way, so Grant's going to use this opportunity to sort of surreptitiously retrieve the scale as well from the bag in the bag.
Bag.
One of
And,
these days. One of these days.
He'll like try to wrap it in like a handkerchief or something so that it's not. I mean, there's no one else here, but still. And then pass that along as well and say, if you could do the same with this, we'll. If all goes well, we'll be back to retrieve it before Hemdara should need it, and we'll make use of it to end all of this.
Aubert nods. He takes the scale wrapped around and wrapped in a probably like a cloth napkin. 'Cause I mean, yeah, and tucks it away.
Oh, yeah, I imagine it's just like a square of linen.
Yeah, no, it's a cloth napkin. I mean, they don't really have paper napkins.
Oh, a napkin.
Here.
Oh, right, yeah,
Yeah.
cool, yeah.
Yeah. He tucks it inside his robe, a pocket, an inner pocket.
I feel we should warn you. I don't know if this is something you've experienced yet, but when we were in Fiskara, we came across someone, a false prophet claiming to be sent by a god. Well, he was sent by a god. It was Asmodeus, as I remember correctly, but
Asmodeus isn't a god. Wait, shit.
Depends
He
on
was
your
sent-
depends on your setting and edition.
He was a fake god named Modus, but it was really Asmodeus that he was serving.
Yeah, Asmodeus is like he's right below a god. He's right up there, and
he's godlight.
depending on your point of view, he could be considered a god. He just doesn't have
Look at Osborne, shit.
He just doesn't have like an active role in most worlds because he's an evil fucker.
Oh, good.
He's literally the devil. Like he is literally like red skin, horns, and whippy pointed tail devil.
Oh.
Continuing. Though,
His devil went down to Georgia devil. He's right. He like exactly.
God damn it. We need Aeson and his fiddle playing skills.
Does Timo hand over the egg?
Maybe after one good true sight look at Aubert's companion.
He's an elf.
Good luck with your special eye.
Fair enough, yeah.
Aubert is Aubert is like hard to look at with that eye. He's a little bright. He's a little bright.
Wow.
Like a diamond?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn it.
So, just to continue what he was saying, Grant will say, talking about
Nothing.
Asmodeus, and he'll say that this individual was able to somewhat brainwash people to bring them over to think positive things about this false god. It was some sort of curse. I feel like you should be on the lookout for that if you have not experienced it already.
I've not seen any magical effects on people's minds with this group. But I would not be surprised if they employ such manners at a higher level.
If that is all, then I suppose we should prepare to make our leave. That's looking at the others now.
It was getting late, right?
Yeah, it's sundown. The sun's probably set at this point.
Do we go now, or I wish to visit the armorer, but I am guessing he is closed at this point.
Yes,
There's-
breakfast in the morning.
There are several smiths working in the upper city at this point, but they would not work so late.
Well, then I suggest we go scout the city. Nighttime is the natural time of all these devils.
I agree. Perhaps, yes.
And if we are to leave this upper city at night, it will be less likely to be detected and thus traced back to anyone up here.
Right. That then I have certain skills that might be more beneficial at night.
Like your lack of dark vision. Oh wait, you're half-elf.
Shut up, yeah.
That's right. I thought you were human.
No.
Only
Yeah,
Enroth
how dare you.
Only Enroth and Timo are human.
That is correct.
Only Enroth, because
Oh.
Timo's got his horns.
I mean, Timo's still mostly human.
Mostly.
Mostly.
They mostly come out at night.
Mostly.
Well, I mean, no, humans stay.
Oh, d-
Side.
demons,
Yeah.
mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Anyway, so I would ask if what was the last big attack at, or something of the like?
I think if we start where we know there's been dissent, that might be a good rough area. Or do they operate all around the city?
They mostly operate on the south side. In the...
Huh. What a coinkydink.
Mostly.
Yeah. What a coincidence.
Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off. They mostly operate on the south side. Where there, people have long been discontent. The people there are poor. The poor or less educated. It's the bad part of town.
Sounds perfect.
Have they thought about putting in some tracks so we can tell?
Do you have any items or clothing, anything at all from this cult, from members of this cult?
They do not wear much
Not a
in the way
cult.
of identifying clothing. However, they do often place the mark of Bator itself on walls, streets, signs,
Well, that's good to know.
Bator?
backs of old people, turtles that can't get away quite fast enough.
Does Enroth know who Bator is?
Bator is the nine hells. You do know, most definitely. Eaator.
I turn to Oberon and I say, I mean, do you have any specific items? And I point to Runt and I say, he can track by smell.
Unfortunately, we do not.
And Ralph
Yeah.
nods.
Yeah. Didn't plan for someone with a good sense of smell to come along and be like, "Hey, I'll hunt him down." We just
Bloodhound hunt.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Alright, well, I guess we should start a hunt then, as I'll start making my way outside.
I will walk up to. I'll start heading out. But I'm clearly waiting for Edris to join me.
Did Timo ever hand over the egg?
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
After
yeah, he
checking out the other dude.
Yeah, he put it in in another pocket.
I will join Enroth at his beckoning.
You guys have no idea how tempted I was to try to steal the fucking scale back. Like, no, we really need this.
Enroth says to Edris, "Can you make Runt look like a normal dog?"
A normal dog? Well, I can, I think, maybe, if I'm very close to him.
He calls Runt over.
Bork. Sorry.
Orc.
Please do.
Oof.
He's a Pomeranian.
Yeah.
Heck.
So I don't know if this will work, and even if it does work, it's probably going to look very stupid. And then, so I'm gonna try and cast this over Runt, so he has kind of like an extra layer of illusion, I suppose. So he looks like a bigger dog, but a normal dog. If that
I
makes
was
sense.
about to be like, why don't we just use that polymorph spell again?
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, I could make him a normal dog.
For a moment there, I thought it was Xavius that knew that spell, and I was about to be like, oh no, don't say that.
No, I'm not that kind of thief.
I mean, maybe at higher levels.
Not Xavius,
Golorath?
Golorath, yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's where I was like, let's not try to allude to people that are dead, but...
Yeah.
That's a hard one.
Are you saying all red-skinned horned individuals look alike?
Yes.
I'm saying that, yes.
Okay.
I guess I'll allow it. But as soon as you
feel
stop
comfortable.
using your action to move it, it's gonna look really weird, because
I imagine.
he's just gonna walk out of it.
He's gonna
Yeah.
walk out of himself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and keep moving my hands, I suppose, just to kind of keep the illusion moving with him, I suppose.
Yeah. I'll say anyone who tries to discern it's an illusion has advantage on it, just because it's like,
Yeah.
sometimes the legs aren't quite in sync. Sometimes the tail isn't quite in sync.
And Ralph sees this, and he's like, "No, I do not think that would work."
No.
And he says, "Thank you anyway."
My pleasure. I'm sorry I couldn't help you anymore.
Thanks for wasting that third level spell slot.
Yeah. God damn it.
Damn it, Enroth.
It's alright, we're gonna rest soon.
Are you? I thought you were gonna go after the Colt right away.
Hit the town at night,
Well, no,
Or
I
is
say
it the
Grant's
boys
probably gonna
fucking
rest soon.
die?
He's gonna have some drinks in the bar and then go to bed.
So I guess, do we know where we should? The south is a pretty big area. Do we know where we should go?
So
Yeah, the nearest seedy pub.
right, Xavius is going to do the thing that he does, which is I'm going to go vigilante style and go up onto the rooftops and just kind of maybe from such a higher advantage point see maybe if there's some mad prophets in the streets, signs of Baitor, or just anything that looks suspicious from a higher vantage point.
You also have to brood about your dead parents.
Oh, dude, too soon.
Oh,
They only died like 2 months ago, you prick. I'm just joking, carry on.
So, have we left now, officially?
Yes, you've gone outside. Aubert has walked out with you. And he turns to his very moody very moody accompaniment. Well, I ever actually give him a name or no? I'm pretty sure.
I remember his name either. Just like, well, I guess we should go. Do you remember my name, sir? Not quite.
See,
Come, Weatherby.
Old Preth. One sec.
This is why I write down all of my names. There was that period that my players went through where they would ask everyone their names because they'd never asked anyone their names, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, that guy. No wait, the other guy. This person." And then they started asking everyone their names, including like random NPCs and like henchmen of the evil dude. And I was like, stop making me. They'd learn some people's names and then just kill them in the next scene, and I'll be like, fuck you.
You have to
That's
just have a name generator permanently open. And
I
be like,
had a goblin and orc name generator.
Oh, I never gave a name for him in my notes. It's just the grumpy elf guard with black hair. Well, while I do a little bit of prep, more than none at all, let's take a short break, because I also have to use the bathroom.
Okay.
Perfect.
That's his acronymized name. Make something out of that. Tegegwoof.
That sounds very Welsh. Is it a Welsh elfman?
There, that's his name. Anyway, I'm gonna go make toast.
Fun, fucker,
back.
fun.
Wow, thanks.
You get Volvo? Oh wait, are we taking a break? I must missed that part.
back.
Yo.
Hey.
So I'm not. I was totally gonna message Rick saying I'm gonna steal the scale back, but I decided against it.
I think you'd be murdered horribly by everyone.
Yeah, I know. I feel like we could use it, and I'm like, never mind. Then I realized I kind of came to a bit of a meta when I'm like, all right, I'm just thinking that
You'll be murdered by everyone.
Yeah, so it's just I kind of came to the conclusion that it's best I don't do anything. I just let them do their own thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, as a player, I know it's important to have that scale, but as the character, it's sort of like
No,
one or
I
two away. Yeah.
I think my character wants it as well, but he doesn't want to use it. Is the weird part, He wants someone else to use it. Oh.
It doesn't, honestly though, I mean, it doesn't seem too important, too powerful, sorry. I mean, us,
Too powerful. It's pretty powerful.
us are wonderful adventurers with our bravado and courage. We can do this.
I really was thinking. No, you have no idea. Though. I was really fucking close to doing it. I'm like, nah.
I mean, I welcome you to do this. Edwards has a bone to pick.
Well, Edwards
Some
isn't
nice-
fucking crazy anymore either.
I
so-
mean,
Is he or is he not? We don't know.
yeah, who knows? Who knows?
I know.
Maybe this
I'm
is just
winging
an
it at
act.
this point.
We get to the giant main portal, and I just kind of like pull off my face and be like, "It was an act all along," and then destroy the egg or something.
You were expecting Everest, but it was me, Everest.
Yeah. Oh man, that's the long con right there.
All right. Well, I don't know. I feel like I'm glad that my plot point got used though. The Wicca Mage. Cool shit.
I wish Golrath was alive now so we could learn what the
I
hell
really
the Wicca
do
made.
too. I forgot about the plot point when I'm like, no, it's okay, it's okay. Then I'm like, oh no, I had that plot point. Oh shit, I had that plot point.
God
Fuck.
damn it, you monster!
Are we still? Who still has plot points left, by the way?
I think like one or two of you, maybe.
Grant and
I do, and I'm terrible, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I've been trying to figure something out.
Jolts and bitters.
get a new hat. Get a new
Jolts
hat.
and Timo. I'm really have tempted to go plot point. Lo and behold,
I have an idea.
Golrath comes back.
I have an idea for my plot point, so I'm anxious to see, but I want to wait a little bit before I see what happens in the campaign first.
Yeah, I have an idea. Bring somehow Golrath back, but at the same time, I really don't want to because I really need to stick to a character, and I do like Xavius. If for no other reason, he's supposed to be a good guy, and I'm just a piece of shit.
It's tough to fight your nature.
It really fucking is. Hence why it's always like, is that a bit of spite we hear your character's voice? And it's like, no, my character's not as angry. It's just Davey's a piece of shit. Wow, your character's lawful good? Yeah, but Davey ain't so much. It's fucking hard. I'm trying so hard, goddammit.
Did you get so far? But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, kinda.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
Really, I think Isaiah was probably one of those characters like I could do him because it was kind of like the way I thought a lot. It is easier to be that sadistic son of a bitch because in the background I was actually the evil fucker the whole time.
what do you mean in the background?
Well, oh wait, well there was a time where Edwards there had this Raven familiar he kept sending out. Eventually, I just sent my imp to just sting the shit out of it and get it out of my
You
hair.
bastard! You bastard!
Wow, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like I had basically I was a warlock of Asmodeus, and I had
Dick.
right and there was another warlock of the same pact who worked for Bao, and he of course was useless. He was there for like 3 sessions, I think. But in the beginning, and my first goal was to my first goal was to kind of turn him into like a turn him so that he's actually using his powers the way we want him to for hell in all its glory. And at some point, I decided, there's this really powerful like blood magic chick. I think I'm going to try to steal this powerful thing. I want her magic. So I sent my imp to go do everything from framing one of our guys for murder, for making a deal with her, to doing all forms of just horrible things, in which now he's the main bad guy as an imp. So
The
jokes
imp
on
is
you.
is the imp Oswald or whatever?
Osborne, yeah.
Osborne.
His actual name was Isaiah, but the thing was, I made a rule of, he's gonna do all these horrible things to kind of further the plot of his, devil, and give himself a position of power in hell when he dies. But he wouldn't actually turn on the party at any point. There would be no point where I go, fuck you, slash attack, PvP. There's supposed to be no point where I do that. Everest made it really hard, though.
Wow.
So,
well, I mean, we
so the
died
thi-
in the end, so it's good.
The thing I found hard was like Enroth was so angry and serious and moody, and like I think early on, like Edris, like at one point we had found this white wolf, which is like Enroth's whole quest in this whole adventure, and Edris like cast an invisibility spell on it, and like promised, like he was like, "No, I just made it disappear," and like the only thing Enroth could do was attack him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I remember that actually.
I
Oh,
don't
man.
remember this.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I punched him with the hilt of my sword, and then you pulled me off of him,
Yeah,
and like
that
Timo was
it.
like, "Bring the wolf back."
Oh, I think I do know. You know what?
I feel like he got more mellow. Enroth got more mellow over time, though. Like, especially with the Fiscara place, as the distance. Yeah, the distance made the heart grow fonder.
Yeah, no, that was definitely true. It's like once Edris was gone, he got more friendly to him. I also think Edroth got used to Edris's hijinks, but like the first couple weeks, it was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna have to beat you up now."
I'm actually feeling better. Back when I was still playing Eugene the Fighter, I was kind of a prick to him and kept calling him this low-life nobody.
I so wanted to stab you in your sleep. I'm not gonna lie.
He was like a noble out on a quest, but he was also like a knight and shit. So it was all horrible all the goddamn time.
You
He
stole the
was-
Kingslayer.
He was
Yeah,
a noble in a party full of people who hated nobles for their own reasons.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you here? I'm out on a quest to save a noble for my homeland. which I'm sure everyone caught the plot of like right away. Like I'm sure everyone caught on to why he was actually chasing her, other than she's just another noble he has to save. Alright, so at least I think Matthew figured it out like pronto.
He did it all for the nookie.
Oh shit.
It is song reference night, right?
Yeah.
So-
It just needs to be the thing.
I hope you guys are ready for all the plot points.
Well, we're still waiting for Timo to spend his and Jolts to spend his, and then we can
No,
start.
I mean-
spending.
I had some back here that I think are going to be coming back soon. Dimmy has some here that are coming in now. I think, but we still
I
got who knows what's happening.
really
with,
should have been Gorath for this. God
I
damn.
have
what's his
a-
name?
The Red Wicker, the Wicker Mage.
The
no.
Wicker Mage.
The bloody Jolts' character, Kaladar. We don't know what's
yeah,
going on with
the
him,
summon.
but he's out there somewhere.
Yeah, the Revenant. Oh man, I still want him to come back.
Characters running around in this universe, for fuck's sake.
I also have a plot point that I spent like several plot points ago that should now eventually come up. So it's going to be a
Oh.
wild ride.
This is amazing.
My only question is, can Rick keep track of all the plot points we spent?
I'm gonna be honest. I actually thought he'd
No,
forgotten
I
one of mine, but
can't.
then like he mentioned it again. Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, that's happening.
Which one was that?
I'm not telling you.
Okay.
You mentioned it.
Rick, I will gladly remind you of my plot point, but I think I've bothered you enough about it. So
That's a hard one to just include.
it is, but it should be interesting when it pops up.
Oh, Sally, are we all back?
I think so.
Because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need my Batman moments.
Sorry,
Oh,
I
now
had.
Everett goes.
Oh man.
Well,
That's
I'm gonna
right.
go grab a drink, and when I get back, we'll start again.
All right.
Sure.
So I called the thing right as dinner was ready.
Fair enough. Going back to what Matthew was saying about that Welsh sounding, the gibberish that kind of looks Welsh, I may or may not have purposefully given some of my characters, like backup characters for this game that I periodically make, really difficult to pronounce names
Oh, really?
on purpose just to dick with people, like probably
Nice.
mostly Rick, but hang on, let me
Dick.
find that. Yeah.
I think Trista, one of these days I'm gonna have to play your games just to see what kind. I want to watch your game just to see what kind of dickish things you do. I'm really
man.
fascinated.
Yeah, I've got to tell you. So when we had last session, I was salty because
Uh-oh.
my players had completely just I called it. We called it finding the sixth way, which was I said there are about 5 different ways that I've expected you will progress from this. So they then found a 6th way and went that way, and then I had something entirely different. The best part was, though, I was like, you've got like a day or so before shit starts going down. I warned them about this beforehand. And then they were, they decided to go off and split the party and do different things again. I was like, you're trying to do plot stuff, great, but it's plot stuff from a long time ago. That shit's going down now, so the shit's going down.
Yeah.
But half the party ended up chasing someone, so I was like, well, you're going through a dungeon then. So I put together a load of traps and like tricky bits, which I haven't really done in this campaign before because it doesn't lend itself well to it.
Mhm.
But I had this idea that they're chasing a member of this sort of criminal organization who they've been friendly with in the past, and our fighter just decided to murder her friend, but there you go.
Well,
Fuck.
Well, he's got like a possessed sword that tells him to kill things, and the player has been taking it on himself to do this, which I'm fine with, sort of on a whim, because the fluff is if the mechanics are if he doesn't kill something living every so often, it starts draining his life. So yeah, he's basically made it so that rather than talking through things, he will just draw his weapons and attack if he thinks things are going bad, which they were, because these guys were being very standoffish about something. So they killed a friend, and now I'm like, well, they've got to have they know this place that they're in. They've got to have strategies for escaping people. So I invented this like place where they've got to get through now. They're kind of sealed in, and they have to get through it to continue chasing her, and it's allowed her to get a head start on them to either get away or get reinforcements or whatever. But I just filled it with all kinds of traps, and I tried to make it so it wouldn't kill them. But it very nearly has, because they've just been... Well, one of the players kind of doesn't pay attention, which really irritates me, but he's, can't just not include him, because we're all like, this is my group of actual like friends who were friends before D&D.
Oh, right.
But he accidentally set off a trap. Someone else accidentally set off a trap, and like, the first room that they went in that was trapped was just, there are barrels all over the place, and I was like, this is very simple. Like, just don't mess with the barrels. So the fighter character just goes in, and immediately he's the only one without dark vision. His method of seeing is I light a torch and fling it. So he just threw a torch into the middle of all these barrels that were loaded with like explosive powder, because like early like firearms are a thing in this setting. So he just blew up the room with like, what is it, like, is fireball 3rd level or 4th? It was a level of up fireball, like one level higher than you can first cast it at. So they were all in this room, and it just exploded around them. And he didn't see anything wrong with this, like his character, because he has like an 8 wisdom, and he fluffs it as really like, stuff happened, I don't know. So he doesn't see anything wrong with this, but then they went into the next room. They avoided the room with the mechanical spiders. They might be listening. I don't think they are, but they might be. So there was a mechanical spider room. Aha. and they went to a side room that had spikes along one wall, just along the wall, and they thought it was going to be like the sort of trash compactor in Star Wars. But it wasn't. They stepped through and they got through the room just fine, and then they got into a sort of a zigzagging corridor. It was like taking right turns every sort of 20 feet or so. And they stepped on one of the floorboards and it kind of goes clunk on one of the floor tiles.
Oops.
And so they step on another and they're like, oh, something's going to happen here. And so they're moving their way forward slowly. And then one of them makes a great perception check and he sees that's where some of these tiles are. And he's like trying to work it out. And he's like, I think I know what it is. I think some of them are safe and some of them aren't because of the way people have been progressing across them. So he uses his longbow to press one of them, which is the final one. They needed to press 5 tiles and they pressed 4 at that point. So he presses the 5th tile and activates like magical wind glyphs that blow them all back right along this corridor, bang into all the walls and into the spikes. And it was the last one, so they got hit with all of them. Like I'd had it set so it was random, so they could have just activated it at the first wind trap and only taken a bit of damage, but they waited until right at the very end.
Oh,
They just managed to avoid them, so they took like I think some 7 or 8 d6 damage in total. The most of which was the wizard, because he was the one at the back. So he got hit by all the wind traps, landed on the spikes first, and then everyone else hit him.
God damn it.
So at this point, the fighter and the ranger character, who have both triggered a trap at this point, start having at each other, just straight up yelling. Like they were all doing it in character, or at least they say they were, but I trust them. But it was just like for a solid minute or so, I got to sit back and just listen to them. It was beautiful. So then they get to the next bit, and they find out that they know how to find the pressure plates now. So they get to a straight bit of corridor, and the fighter jumps over it, and everyone else has terrible athletic skills, so they can't jump the 10 feet that they need to without making a check or something. I'd forgotten about allowing them to make checks, and I was looking up the rules, and the ranger character again was having another argument with the fighter, and he was like, I might just press it, because I think I understand this system. So he presses it, and crossbows come out and shoot them all. Because they did avoid a trap. They avoided a moving wall trap that was going to split them up. Like, I had some traps that were designed to try and split them up. Like, if some of them got past a trap, it would shut off a certain part of it to try and split them up.
right.
Because I need to teach them not to split the party because they keep doing it. But they've avoided all of the party splitting traps thus far.
You cannot teach people to not split the party. It just doesn't. It just doesn't work. Speaking of splitting the party,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how we're gonna have to search, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
we're back. Let's get
From outer
some
space.
different. No.
to the darkness.
Yeah.
I've going back to what I was saying about character surnames, I found one of my character sheets, and that's the surname I'm
Holy
going with.
fuck, I love
Is that
this.
cow imhi? Cow imhi?
No, that's not how it's
Oh,
pronounced at
wow.
all.
Oh,
Chow.
enlighten us.
Cow. Yeah.
Is
Claim.
music playing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it. Hold on, I gotta refresh roll 20.
I fucking love the music. Holy shit.
Cleaver.
I'll
Yeah.
just.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it fucking Irish or something?
Yeah, it's Irish.
Yeah. Of course it is. Fucking.
Yeah.
No offense to the Irish, but goddamn.
Wait, what are you playing?
It's The Witcher 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's basically. Oh god, I've got one Skyrim track and the rest are from Witcher 3.
This
Oh,
is good soundtrack.
look at this fucking soundtrack, mate. It's fucking good.
No, Witcher 3
Gorgeous.
it has good music. It has the good music. I wish Kobold Fight Club would update with the Volo's Guide stuff so I can build encounters easier. What level are you guys? Level 9?
Yeah.
We're not-
You guys need to get stronger.
Well, I would
when
be
I-
grateful, considering,
Yeah.
but considering we're all milestone based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we got time for a training montage?
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
no.
bump us up to 10.
I will say no. You do not.
Can Brad not just spend his free time bench pressing his shield
No.
with Edvard sitting on top of it reading a
Yeah,
book?
yeah.
Okay, hold on. Everest sits on top of it, and I bounce beautifully on top of Everest, and we just go for it. Just Go for
I
it.
feel like I would be crushed underneath your weight, considering my
I'm
size.
not like-
Yeah, Edris is like a child.
You will
okay.
crush a child.
I balance on
You
your
monster.
shield and I try to hold up Everest somehow.
So you-
I say we head out.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
guys leave Aubert. Oh, right. Aubert has... I will send my assistant.
All this time and you don't have a name?
Gregory.
That's a better name than anyone.
Gregory the Elf. For some reason, normal name, the Elf, is the funniest fucking thing to me.
It is.
I'll send my assistant Gregory with you. Yeah. Gregory has
Sure,
been...
okay.
and with that, Gregory's grimace becomes a frown. Just like, "Ugh." Gregory's been trustworthy to me, and he knows his way around town like the back of his hand.
Runt walks up to Gregory and then like sits right in front of him, and then holds his paw up as if to shake.
Gregory doesn't bow down doesn't get down to shake, and just pats him on the nose. I will be willing to lead you around if it is Aubert's wish. I must say that I do regret being so upset at Hemdurah's requests of me in the past, given this current situation. I will do what I can to protect Maljun, and if that includes helping you out, I shall.
That is noble of you, Gregory. Thank you.
Pat. Alright, so
I would suggest starting out in some of the taverns on the south end of town. Well, they're the only places that are going to be open at this time. Given it's nighttime, most people have already closed shop and gone in for the day.
We
was
go
my
into the Red Flail. Are we doing that venture?
The
Oh,
Red Flail has been closed down for weeks.
What?
After its owner was arrested for human trafficking.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, of course.
I believe, yes, I believe a lot. I believe a lot of you had.
human trafficking.
I believe some of you had some part in that business.
oh yeah, that's right. I remember doing that. You know, months ago, but of course only weeks ago in game.
No, I don't think you were there, right? That was ages ago.
Eugene was there.
Yeah, Eugene was
Yeah,
there.
Eugene was the one who got there. That also was done without prep. So we've come full
It
circle.
was really well done.
You'll also need me to get through the gates, since your likenesses are not that well known around here.
So, I was going to actually try to slip ahead of him and like just scale the walls.
The walls are like 40 to 50 feet high. Yeah, they're tall. They are. The inner city is basically a small fortress.
I think I got this though.
Like, okay, not a small fortress.
with probably with guys with crossbows waiting for people to climb walls.
Yeah.
But I got the. Okay, fine, be that way.
I mean, you
Oh,
could
yeah.
try, but there's no guarantee that it would go well for you.
You're right. So I'll wait until brown blood and then run ahead. We're like, I'll just scout ahead.
So he leads you off of the Grand Cathedral, out from underneath its massive dome, into the streets proper. They radiate out from the center, forming their own small little enclaves. Constructions mostly of stone, with some wood construction on top of them. Ancient elven buildings that have long been under the control of this, human elven city. He leads you south and through some of the gates onto the main street. The sun has basically set, save for the small twinkle of red light in the west.
We just lost
West. Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
He's
That's
Dead.
fucking dead. Can't believe he's fucking dead.
Dead. D-E-D, dead.
I believe is he. It says his internet's dead, but he's typing.
Well, he was offline for like a second.
Yeah.
He might be on the his phone.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh. Well.
Reset the internet.
Yeah.
Alright. So, I'm going to do that thing, though.
Yeah, the construction of Maljun outside the main city is some stone buildings, a lot of wood construction. It's a very lovely town, larger than any city that, well, as large as the largest city that you've ever been in, Xavius. It's quite impressive. Large walls protect its outer limit. You can see the soft bloom of chimney smoke around the place. And you can see in the windowing moonlight, the cloud-covered moonlight. Trista, you joined the wrong channel first.
No, I did it on purpose. I'm on my phone and it's being really slow.
Oh. Well, don't use up all your data for this. That'd be terrible. And you can see a very wide river far off down the hill. Because like the whole place basically is on top of a hill that slopes down. The city is built on. And you see the glistening of a river below. And by below, I mean like a mile off.
Right, I understand.
It's a pretty big city. Not to scale. Actually, partially to scale.
That's scale.
That's like a mile off. Yeah, that
Yeah.
seems a scale.
Like that. Yeah.
That's a big cathedral.
It is. It is the Grand Cathedral for a reason. It is a... Yeah, it's big. It's huge. It's very big.
So Xavier's house is off to the rooftops and is off and away.
Gregory tries to stop you, but you're gone before you can. Roll me an athletics check.
With my amazing fucking, what is it, second story footwork? Is that what they call it?
Well, that means you can go up just as fast.
I'm well aware what it means.
You still have to climb. Oh yeah, you scramble up like a fucking monkey, and you're on the rooftops. A lot of them have flatter roofs. Some of them of dwarven make. In this part of the city, it's like, and Gregory just turns to Tima and was like, "But he doesn't even know where we're going."
I think for him it doesn't matter. He's just happy to be out in the city. And excited. Like a child, almost.
He has been on that island for some time.
He's a bit crazy, frankly, I think.
Fucking
And Ralph Snickers.
Even Timo laughs at
Snickers
that.
this.
The town is rather quiet at this time of the day as night begins to settle in, and Gregory walks you down the half mile down this main thoroughfare. You can see some shady people here and there, but nothing to talk about in the way of like a cult or anything. Before it gets to the south side, where the buildings get much closer together and much smaller, and in some cases taller, as they try to fit in as much building into a small area as possible. There's a small little park area off to the east, and I'm just gonna call that a graveyard, just in the city to the west, with large mausoleums. Yeah, with fairly large limestone mausoleums, several trees, and rows of gravestones.
I'm keeping an eye out for anything
The
that might
atmosphere
look...
seems very grave.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
No?
There
No?
has.
Okay. Alright.
In the last week, we've put a curfew in effect for anyone that isn't. Well, for anyone who isn't on important business. It's not that strict, but it does mean that we have reason to stop people and ask them what they're doing if they're out in the middle.
Oops.
Oops. So along this line, where you're just basically going up and down buildings because it's too far to jump across the streets, you don't really notice anything. This area of town seems pretty peaceful. A lot of the buildings are larger. Some warehouses, some maybe boarding houses or apartments. The older sense of the word, in the newer sense of the word, in the older form of the thing.
Right, like villas and shit.
Yeah. And as you get past the graveyard, yeah, they get much more ramshackle.
Alright, well, I'm trying to find high points so I can get a good view down of everything. See if I can't find either some markings or some shit.
It's anywhere up above, like closer to the middle, has a higher vantage point. So you looking across, roll me a perception check. Oh, you already did.
Oh, I was okay. Okay, sure.
Looking across, the south side seems to be just a mess of winding streets. There is all of the buildings are much the same in that they're kind of shitty. But you do see a few open corners and like town square type areas. Outside of that, there aren't really any iconic buildings on the south end.
All right.
At least not from a slightly angled up area.
So fuck, that brings up the question. So I'm not seeing either a tavern or like.
I mean, there might be taverns, but they're not visible from the air. It's just such a the south side is just such a mess of close together buildings and winding streets.
And I'm not seeing the what I'm looking for, symbols of Baitor and shit, right?
You actually do see one. The whole party, as they get to the south end, can see one on a building side right as you enter the south, or right on the border of the graveyard. Is just this. It's a wall with the symbol painted on, very messily.
I take it I don't see anyone around there, though, do I?
No, it looks like the sign's been there for some time.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to make my way back to the group, and...
Yeah, you get to them just as they start to enter the south side, and actually Gregory stops before the large sign. These signs have popped up along the border of the south side altogether. And yet we still haven't been able to find them.
Well,
Enroth points the sign to Runt and says, "Take a smell."
What's it made out of? Is it made out of paint or?
Yeah, it's paint on stone.
Could I roll an investigation check to maybe see if someone accidentally started to drop their paint around or left a trail or something like that?
Unfortunately, in this case, it looks like the paint is a few days old.
So there's no trail to follow. All right.
So roll an investigation check.
All right.
That's a Runt's smell check, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, 23 because he has advantage.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, come on!
Literally the worst you could do.
I mean, that's me rolling a 1. Shit.
Yeah.
No, you're reliable.
You can see, you kind of just look around and find a splatter of paint. And it leads a bit away from it, but it gets to the streets where a lot of the signs have been worn away. But you've got what street they went to.
So I'll call out saying, "Hey guys, I found the street at least."
Runt starts sniffing around and gets to the same street. and just sort
Two
of
more
points
levels,
where the have him roll a survival check. Runt. Have Runt roll a survival check. Well, that's pretty good. It's hard, but he starts leading you guys down this street.
I follow Runt down.
Are you sure that your dog will be reliable in this stance? I mean, that sign is several days old.
Don't
Run.
run.
Runt kind of stops for a second, turns around, and says, "I have a better nose than you," and then keeps going.
God damn it.
I wonder what Inroth is just looking at Gregory to see what his reaction is.
Yeah,
to
he's like,
whoa.
He stops and actually gets a little left behind before he snaps out of it and starts following you. I gotta put something together. I gotta do it quick.
If you need a moment, I mean, we always sell
I thought
more
you said you'd done your prep, man. God.
I was eating on the break.
How dare you?
Well, do you want a moment to collect your thoughts?
I have a moment right now. I'm taking my moment.
All right, so yeah. You know, I meant to ask last week, and I never did. What's everyone's opinion on sci-fi like? What's good sci-fi like? Spacefaring sci-fi, or are we like the kind of semi-modern sci-fi?
You go first.
Well, don't speak at once.
I was gonna say, like, I don't have a lot of experience with sci-fi. My only feeling about space sci-fi is it doesn't become like you just travel to a different planet and it just becomes about like encounters and then you're in your ship and then an encounter in another place. I like me personally, like I like intricate, like I like big cities like this. I like intricate things where there's a lot to do rather than you travel to this town and the only thing about this town is this one place I'm going to describe. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, okay. Well, don't worry, I don't have any plans of doing anything crazy like what you just described. If I did a spacefaring one, it'd be, oh yeah, there is space, but there's there's plenty of other places in space, but it would be pretty much all in the Sol system, our solar system, and
yeah,
and there's only like 2 hospitable planets really, and like a space station. So don't worry,
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want, I have a really cool one. It might be a bit sci-fi horror themed, but if y'all are interested, I have an idea. I just the system I'm thinking I'm going to use though is a Cipher system because it's the one book that I found that I like that's sci-fi.
Yeah, I just started reading it of Mr. Bitter's suggestion, and I actually really like it so far.
So yeah, if obviously I'm not planning to do this shit for a while, but I have a really great idea for a sci-fi system or for a sci-fi game that's based somewhat within the future.
I think frontier sci-fi is always an interesting thing that very few people do.
Frontier, like you mean like Star Trek shit?
Well, kind of more like when it's all new. Like even in Star Trek, it's like they've done the space stuff, they know the space stuff, and now it's just about exploring different planets. But like, if you think of it as like
I think you guys are off on
Firefly or something, where their space technology is really not great, they can make it through places, but like you're not going to have. There's no big pitch space battles because, well, personally, my OCD gripe is that space doesn't work like that, but also really that like you don't have the technology to have huge fights like that. So it would all be fire a guided missile and have your like counter systems. So it wouldn't all be about the space battles. It would be like, hey, we can get to this place, but after that, like, there's not going to be a fleet waiting there to kill the enemy. There's going to be, we're going to send in some drop pods, and it's going to be planet based. So it's kind of like futuristic New America.
Yeah,
You know
Firefly's
what?
a good reference.
Yeah,
So,
Firefly
okay,
is
then
great.
that's the question then. Because there's two parts to the story. It'd either be you guys are people here within the Soul System who are either going to go join a group, or there was the idea was there's an expedition crew headed off on a warp travel, if you will. We're experimenting with warp travel at this timeline, and they were going to see if they couldn't bridge the gap between the Soul System and Alpha Centauri to try to leap between there.
And then things go terribly wrong, and you run into Event Horizon.
What? Just the film? Like you find the copy of the DVD that's been ejected because it's a danger to humanity.
No.
Shit.
I like this. We should do that.
But yeah,
And then it turns
yeah.
into an episode of Nostalgia Critic.
I love Event Horizon. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah,
I
like,
remember,
that
I
was,
thought-
that
Oh, you
was the
went.
two thoughts. Was either you guys will be the ones who hear what happens on the trip to Alpha Centauri, and then you got to go deal with it, or you guys are on the initial trip to Alpha Centauri.
This work? No, that
It
will
would
work.
be an interesting idea either way. Like, I think it all depends on what angle you're going for. Like,
You know
the
what?
problem with
This
having
think
it
we're-
like super early spaceflight is that it's the kind of problem that a lot of sort of early DMs have, in that you need your cities as well as your. I'm not saying that you're not going to have this, but it would be very interesting to work people into. Let's say that the goal is you get there and there's a civilization there. How do you like work into that and make it so that we can have downtime? If you get me.
All right,
So,
so then I
that'd
think
be
I'll
something
go with
interesting to see.
my other option then, which was you guys are dealing with what happens when the crew who went to Alpha Centauri come back.
That'd be interesting. I think
Because, like I said, there was sci-fi horror, so obviously something happens. It's probably not going to be horror to the extent of like aliens or some shit. It'll be mystery. It'll be cool. I think y'all
Well-
would like it. It's cool.
yeah, it sounds like a good idea. Like, I do like I said, sort of early space stuff. I think maybe it would be an interesting idea if maybe rather than being Alpha Centauri, it was like the place after that. It's like, hey, we've done this once and we managed it, and we've got some colonies set up on various places, and that's kind of like your frontier space. Like, if it were D&D, this would be the equivalent of like the border towns. So they're kind of smaller, kind of rustic. They're mostly focused on industry and staying alive.
Yeah, I think you'll understand when.
Yeah.
when
And
it all
then
comes together. What I'm.
I know,
actually
like,
planning.
I'm giving suggestions and I don't know what you're talking
No,
about. But
no,
yeah,
no,
I think it would be
yeah.
it would be an interesting idea. I would be all for it. Especially
Right.
because I think I mentioned this last time we talked about this, but I kind of like the idea of doing something where you're not super duper individuals blessed by the gods. So like being just the mechanic of a ship or something like that. He's pretty good, but he's not Superman. Would be interesting.
Right. Yeah. The only issue with Cypher system is that it kind of gives you the ability to be chosen by God.
Yeah, well, you don't have to go that route though. I think with most systems, I mean, like even in this, like we've got gods helping us out, but we're still just like we're not too powerful. I never think in this, like, and that's just how Rick handles it. It's like, yeah, you guys, you could, wreck the shit of some guards in a fair fight, but that's a dragon over there. So it's all about like keeping yourself like grounded, if it were, like making sure that not everything is super easy.
I know
Remember, this is
Timo
really
can
hard to
do
draw.
some things, but if you guys weren't there, his option is like run away or die.
Oh gosh. I mean, like I said, together we can take on the Hell Horde. Who
Maybe.
needs-
A little bit. A little bit of one. I mean, you guys are
Together
just.
we are
It's just
drunk.
you guys have been facing the jobbers so far.
No.
We've
Oh,
been like
man.
beating up the construction crews.
Yeah, like you fought that
It's a
Horde
lot
Devil
of
and he was
things goes
strong,
on.
but like he's strong.
Yeah, that
but
was
there-
just him though.
Yeah, it was just him.
We can do it. We believe.
And, like,
wait
we've
for an
been-
actual pig thing to show up and fuck all of our shit up.
Yeah, we've been close to being wrecked by like. I know we were low level, but just a couple.
Just a pit fiend.
Yeah, just.
Yeah,
Just a pit fiend.
just. A
I mean,
pit fiend.
I think we can take a pit fiend in all honesty. If there's only one, I think we could take him.
I don't know about that.
I'm just showing the stream some spoilers.
Go look at the screen.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Like, considering like the only reason we survived the Beholder is that you have a wand of wonder that you can pick an effect. Like,
yeah, that was
like,
that's the only reason we survived.
that Beholder pretty much like in 2 hits could have taken out half the party, and like we barely.
He very nearly
survived.
did, didn't he?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like
No, we got very close
he
to
would've killed me
instantly murdering you like 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
there
we
were
don't have
one
an awful lot of
actual
save versus death things at the moment. We don't have an awful lot of this thing should kill you, but it won't.
So
I like that dragon that just said "fuck you, go Rod."
I did a little bit of prep, and by that I mean I made a map.
That's good. Is it just made out of lines?
No, it's a map that I
Wow.
uploaded and resized.
Nice.
Oh god, and I had to refresh for 20, and now it looks like I see nothing. So you guys head down this little street on the south side of Maljun, following Runt's nose. He takes you like there and around a corner and around another one. Everything is pretty well, like it's like most houses don't have any sign of people inside of them, save for chimney smoke. They don't really have lighting inside. People have gone to bed. But when you come around the corner, you see some people on the, well, I guess that map probably won't work now. Shit, I'm so unprepared for everything.
Are you okay there, Rick?
Am I okay? I am okay. It's just that I did 0 prep, and I tried to do prep and then didn't. So it's things are difficult right now. So going around the corner, you see a few people down the street in the middle of an intersection. There's 4 of them standing together, talking with some people, and by talking I mean you hear some shouting. And one of them gets shoved to the ground. A sword is drawn.
Oh, whoa.
Well, can we intervene quickly?
Would you like to intervene quickly?
I would
was
like to
going
intervene
say I
quickly.
was going to be on the rooftops and shit, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, let's see. I will.
Going to assassinate bullshit.
Fuck it. Here we go.
Ow.
Can you guys see anything?
Not at all.
It's a black square.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
a black square.
Well, I'm just going to turn off that.
Whoa.
Oh.
Lovely.
So I will say that this is the south a ways. No, this is the south a ways. Put your guys over there. Why the hell are you
Yeah.
get your phantasmal force out of here.
Really?
I
Come
hate,
now.
hate that so much. I hate that fucking spell so much. Let me find some appropriate
What's wrong with the Phantasmal Force?
I hate it.
They have
It's
a
so
+5 in
bad.
it now. It's so wonderful. It's like destroy everything.
Yeah.
And you can do so much with it.
So
Yeah.
let's get some. Can
have
I not
decided, though, if
drag
I die,
them?
I am going to make a bard, goddammit, a proper one.
Not like those other bards.
Hey,
Yeah, none of those
thought-
fake bards.
Oh
I
my
thought we were
god!
all secretly bad.
Firefox is just. Why is Firefox so bad? Like it wasn't.
did you try the trick I told you about yet?
I have, but it's not a good solution, in my opinion.
Yeah, okay.
It's just... Let's see, let's get some...
Why do I have 0 hit points?
That's a good question.
Oh, because he
Dead.
died. And we never put it back. That's why.
Yeah, that'll do it. Let's see, so there's some jobbers. Let's get, not... Pigman.
Oink oink, motherfucker.
Oh, hey, I have that token.
Which one?
The dude with the pig.
Yeah, dude with the pig's cool. Let's see. Do I have any really good warrior ones, though, is the question.
The warrior. God, I can't tell you how many fucking times. Ugh. Alright.
Can I not make one?
No, you did not, mate. You did not.
Guess I didn't make one. Let's see. Make them for those. And let's see.
I was playing a game last night where 2 dead horses in the road were depicted as a dragon, so I won't judge you.
It's kind of sad, actually.
Not all these NPC tokens that I can't really use. Can't believe my humanoids folder doesn't have just a warrior in it. I don't want to make a token on screen, so I guess he's an elf now.
Alright.
And that one is also an elf.
Hi, isn't that Greg?
No.
Just saying.
Let me just set up these tokens real quick.
So anyway, yeah. So Cyber System, who's all checked it out?
I have vaguely looked at it.
I have looked at it. It's pretty cool.
I've played a couple times. It's fun.
So if anyone wants, I have a PDF copy for all you.
I also have a PDF copy that I got completely legitimately.
I was going to say, is it in your super download thing?
No.
Right, yeah. I actually also got mine legitimately. Now all I need to do is get a physical copy and I'll be okay. Because I like physical copies of books. All I need now is Polo's guide on my D&D collection will be complete too.
Polo's guide is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. If you don't have it, go buy it.
I have it. I have it. I just haven't started reading it yet.
It's so good.
Yeah.
You know, I really want to make a hobgoblin, and I'm going to say hobgoblins are very important in my one game if I ever do a D&D game. You know, that reminds me, I'm kind of annoyed. I want to join your Saturday group, Rick, just so I can finally play a Warforged. Because no one allows Warforged, and I'm like, it's Eberron.
Yeah, it's
Surely,
Eberron.
right?
Wait, are you accepting players for Saturday, Rick?
Well, I've got 5 players already. Is the problem?
Oh,
Yeah.
shucks.
So, like, for this one, I've got 6, and for that one, I might be able to do 6, but it's a long shot.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That is fair.
Grant is dead again.
No, Grant, no. Get your fucking spells out of here.
I just want to cast spells.
Yeah, like I said, only reason I want to be in your group is because of that fucking fact. Like, I've always wanted to be a Warforged, and
Eberron is so good.
I know.
It's gonna be loud.
I've checked it. I've checked it out of it. I don't know enough about the world to actually, you know.
Just download the 3.5 campaign setting book.
Fuck yeah, but I don't want to read it.
No, read it though.
Do it.
Well, it doesn't matter if I'm not going to play.
So
it.
get your guys in a marching order. Fuck, I don't have one for him.
Also, we need Druskin.
All right.
Fuck Justin.
Who wants to control Justin? Too bad all of you are.
No.
So I already said that I was in the back. So I am apparently in the back.
I guess Grant's in the front, but I can't use Roll20 right now, so
Well, that
someone
sucks.
else is going to have to move him there. Mr. GM.
Oh no,
Um,
wait. Runt is in the front because he's leading. Oh, this sucks.
Do I have an elf? Another elf for, Oh, there's a thing. There's a warrior.
I feel like Jolt's character sheet's missing some vital information here.
Oh, yeah. Probably.
Jolt is the fucking worst at character sheets. Holy shit. I
Yeah.
want to slap him every time.
Just do it. Just
Sorry.
slap him.
And he fucking
But
hell, he ran me through a one-shot of OVA, and I beat the shit out of his big boss monster. What kind of fucking cleric is he? He's a war cleric, right?
Cleric of War.
Okay, so he has 9th level. God, I love this music. I need this game. Divine Strike. So he has Smite. Okay, cool.
No, Divine Strike is a bonus action attack.
No, Divine Strike.
Oh yeah,
blah, blah,
the
blah.
plus
Yeah, no,
1d8.
it's basically a smite, but or clerics. Sweet. What else? What else can you do at this fucking level? All right, I got it.
So
what's his
roll them initiatives.
What's his spell list look like? Have I mentioned I really want to hurt Jolt sometimes when I look at his spell sheet?
Isn't that kind of worrying? I'm pretty sure that's worrying. And unhealthy.
Well, yeah, but you know, Jolt is also my friend. I know him for years and shit, so I have to like bitch slap him.
Is he your friend by will?
Define will.
Exactly.
I know that.
Yeah, no,
It's the
For
thing you
fuck's
write
sake!
before you
Did I
die.
roll 1? Oh no, I rolled a 4. Fuck me. Alright. God damn it. I'm going to the bathroom then if I'm going that last. Shit.
Well, someone can roll initiative for me if they want.
I don't have control of your token.
I will make so that everyone can control Grant as well.
Oh,
Thank
shucks.
you.
Are you on your
I
phone,
can
Grant?
still- Yeah, I can see the map, but I can't update anything in it, so I have no idea where.
Yeah, Roll20 doesn't things.
Well, no, it's just my internet's straight up down.
Yeah.
My entire I'm connecting via 3G.
Have
right
you
now.
tried resetting the internet?
Well, I did that last time. I think it's not the first time it's happened today. I think it's just because it didn't reconnect immediately when I reset it. So I think it's just a area-wide thing.
Someone clipped a wire.
Yeah.
Dude, that happens more often than people want to admit.
Really?
Oh yeah. The internet is basically held together by masking tape.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's like literally. I did some introductory Cisco classes in high school that they offered, like just like the first 2 series of Cisco classes, and they like. I had a great instructor, and he, like, every day, like, it's amazing the damn thing works at all. It is fucking incredible that the internet works at all. It is, yeah.
Bail, masking tape, man, masking tape.
So are you guys stealthing at all?
Yes, I am moving slow, in fact, to
To roll, you roll stealth.
Slow is a relative term.
Is Druskin at front?
yeah, he is.
Okay.
I think, yeah, if we have Druskin right up front.
Advantage on this, so I
Oh
have a
god,
28.
he's so close. He's so close to us.
Passive
So I do have-
perception.
I do have a 28 due to the fact that I'm moving kind of slow.
So yeah, you're hidden, so you get a surprise round if you want to. What do you do?
I move up to here, and so look, what's going on exactly down here? Like who's doing what and doing?
Okay,
what?
so these 2 shady guys,
Which ones are shady?
I will mark them with a skull and
Thank you,
crossbones.
Okay.
These guys have bows and are just sort of pointing at these 4 unfortunate people.
Okay, I move
This
these-
guy, there's a guy in full plate with a, what is he wielding? with a polearm over his shoulder. He has the sign of Bator on the front of his full plate, just sort of painted on in red. You're not sure if that's red paint or something worse. And this guy here is sort of doing the speaking. You lot will want to hand over everything you own now if you want to live. Now, it's not like you need it anyway, not with the forces of hell at our door. And then they all sort of turn as the rest of the party comes up. Like, what?
Okay, so, with that said, I try to let the others know in any way I can, either through signs, interpretive dance, you know, that, that guy looks bad.
You're hidden.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just reposition myself here, using the rest of my, I'm going to try to move a little bit closer here, and I'm going to spend the rest of my turn moving up ahead here, and can I make a, can I dash as a bonus action to leap this gap here to get on the other side of this dude right here?
Well, I mean, you would have to. This is a fence, like a fenced yard, so you can't. It's not like you would have to. That's like probably a chicken coop.
Oh, okay. So never mind then.
If you would like to use your action and bonus action to reposition, I would let you make an athletics check to try to make the 2 jumps.
Right. So take a step back and run. Where's inspiration when I need it?
I don't know. Where is it?
What was that?
What's your strength score?
Actually, it goes off my dex because of being a thief.
You get to add that to it. So what's your strength score and what's your dex mod?
Well, my strength score is 11, but my dex is 20. So. No, I swore I said something like
you can add your.
You determine it off your dexterity now.
No, you get to add your dex mod to your high and long jump distance.
Also, jump is determined by. Alright, I'm gonna reread, but sure.
Well, with that, the 17, you get over here, and I'll let the 17 you continue over there and get over there. Yeah. But that's basically your. That's everything. So these 2 guys and who do we have here? And they pull out their bows and knock an arrow.
I am Druskin.
Bunch of fucking weirdos over here, aren't there?
Alright, you're right.
They didn't wait for us to answer the question.
You come to join up or what?
Yeah, we have.
And this guy starts. These guys are like there's a kid, an old woman, and the old woman just starts backing away and just isn't sure who's friend or foe. Timo, also get locked to the thing.
No, I will be a rebel.
You throw together a broken grid, I'm gonna mess it up. That's just you can't put that on me.
I totally can. I am right now.
So, yeah. This isn't looking good. Timo doesn't like the looks of this. He's gonna, push his way through the crowd, strangely. Even stepping to the fore. What's the meaning of this? Totally forget to do his voice.
What do you mean, what is the meaning of this? Obviously, these people are giving a great contribution to us. Oh, we're just poor folk in need of a little assistance. Of course, it helps that we're strong enough to take it.
Fuck
off, Trister. Fuck off.
believe if you're looking for assistance, we may be able to help you. The Let me see.
Timo's trying to talk it up, but
Yeah, I mean, for each above second. So, how many? I'm just trying to do math. 4 spell slot or 4th level spell slot on hold person gets 4 people.
3 people, because it's a second level spell, and you're 2 over, so you get 2 extra.
All right, I think I'd like to do that at 4th level.
Targeting whom?
Get the 3 shady characters aside from Mr. Plate Mail.
Oh wow.
Okay, so that gets +1.
Sweet, there's 3.
Fails.
It's
Fail.
person.
And other guy. They all fail.
Super.
And they had prepared a longbow thing, but they're paralyzed, so they can't take it. So they're like,
yeah.
I can provide us some assistance, and then just hold out your hand and like clench, and they stop moving.
Yeah.
What is? And the big guy in the full plate is like, oh, you want to fight then? So be it.
I need to look this up.
Enroth.
Is it Runt? Because Runt has higher dex.
Sure. He has higher dex than you?
Remember how bad my rolls are originally? Like, I'm at a 16.
Well,
I'm really bad dex.
That's because you take all those feats. Runt
yeah.
can't take feats. Although,
No, he can't.
might let you
Oh, yeah,
have him
cool.
take Weapon Master so he can wield like a greatsword or something. That'd be
That'd be
cool.
hilarious.
Yeah.
So
If
Runt.
Runt can't take feats, can he take pause?
Oh.
So Runt knows this game, and will immediately move up to this guy who's, even though he's held, and will begin to bite.
So he's advantage, and 19 hits, and he crits, so roll the damage again, or actually roll another 2d6. I believe paralyzed. Paralyzed automatically fails strength and dex save, so he falls to the ground.
Gape.
Wait, is this a crit as well? Because
Oh yeah, no, that is the extra 2d6.
Oh, fine.
So yes, he falls to the ground. Not making a sound, because he's, paralyzed.
Why is he paralyzed? Oh, never mind.
He's held still.
The service...
I thought he did entangled, not hold person.
The service status page isn't live, as in it's not... Like, they don't have one, or they just not
It is
updated?
currently down because they are
Oh.
changing their site. So it's like, hey, you can check the stats by going here, and then I go there and it's like, we're making some changes. This page isn't available.
That's great.
Uh-huh.
Enroth.
So Enroth will use his swift action to dash. So that's 40 basically right there. So I have 20 more. Can we call that 20?
Yes.
Okay, and then so that's his bonus action. So Enroth will then attack with where'd you go, weapon? With Frostlight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, roll another d8 and another d6. Five, 17, 19 points of damage as you stab into him on the ground.
Jolts is seriously like the worst cleric I've ever seen.
And then Runt will take his reaction to bite again.
Okay.
Using that lovely ability that we have now.
10 misses. So he goes to like, oh, he's attacking. I'll bite too, and then just sort of like flops his nose into the ground. To be fair, it's pretty dark out.
Yeah, it is pretty dark.
I mean, some of them have like torches, so it's easy to see. But Xavius.
All right, so obviously this guy looks to be the big bad of the group, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, well, if he's
None of them look like pushovers, though. Should be mentioned.
Okay, so I noticed this guy's down.
He's just rigid. He's
Yeah.
I need
do a quick-
something different.
I do a quick prayer to myself, to my father. Fuck it, Assassin's Creed style, this fucker.
Okay. You have advantage because you're not seen.
Oh!
You stab down right at the top of his plate mail into his neck. And that's, yeah, you get sneak attack.
Double sneak attack, because sneak attack's dice.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Well, they were great, but I mean, I don't know how you actually linked my shit to it. I'll figure that out, but yeah, so 26 plus 18 is a lot.
Yeah. You're like 44 damage. Wait, 26, 30, yeah, 44 damage. And he seems pretty fucking pissed off as he just turns his neck around, just blood flowing down the back in front of him. And he looks fucking pissed.
And from there, I
you can't go through his. You'd have to use your bonus action to tumble.
So better yet, then I'm just going to rescale the house here and just stand back up there.
Roll another athletics check. You get up.
So yeah, just stand up there. Haha.
Okay, Grant. Actually, no, not Grant, because he's got the dexterity of a watermelon. That guy gets to make another save. And he is still... Actually...
God damn it,
he is still paralyzed. Wow, this guy's having a bad day.
Yeah, he is.
Grant.
Okay. Have these guys moved at all since you placed them?
No. One of the big guy hasn't had his turn yet, and the others are paralyzed.
Okay. Is Grant? Can he? Is he within line of sight of them right now?
Yes.
Or is he still on the corner? Oh, he's there.
He's yeah.
Oh, damn it! Enroth, you didn't cast super duper speed on him. Okay, here's what Grant's going to do. He's going to move, and then on the big guy, he's going to try using.
Shit, you know I should.
If I have inspiration and can use it, I'll use it. I don't know if I can for
not sure
better
if you
saving throws.
Well, no, you can't. If it's a save.
Yeah. Oh well. I think it's a save. I've got it on my spell list.
What is? What exactly?
What do you mean?
Wait,
What?
What are you doing?
Trying to banish the big dude. So
banish. Yeah, I didn't.
Harmless... Yeah.
I didn't know what you didn't say. So.
I did. I don't know if it came through.
It must have cut out.
Yeah. You have banishment?
Yeah, it's got like mace next to it. It's on my spell list. It's probably.
Oh right.
It's in the B,
Let's see.
actually.
So, charisma save, DC 14. He resists.
Uh-oh.
He starts to fade out of existence, and then just like, no, I won't let you do this. Not now. You fools, get them. Edris.
Well, they are fools, and so I'm going to continue casting my spell while moving up closer and closer. I don't know if it's just me, but I can't see the big guy. I can only see 3 people. Is that intentional?
This guy.
Yeah, all I see is a grate, like a manhole grate, like
Weird.
sewer grate.
I'm moving him around. You should be able to see
I
him.
don't.
Yeah, you
don't
might
see
want to
him. I'll
refresh roll
reload.
20 then.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll cast this.
Add on him.
And it's going to be like a jar of acid, and it's opaque, and you can't see anything, and it's lidded, and it's sealed, and I think that's everything.
Is that only a 2nd level spell, really?
That's why Rick hates it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he barely fails, and yeah.
All right.
Oh,
I'll
cool, so we can't see
re-level
me
20.
anymore.
Bruskin.
I'm pretty sure he is Druskin.
Oh, right, sorry, hey, I got this. I am Druskin. I guess he'll push past, Grander. Whatever, he's gonna move his way up to right about here, then. And, I mean, I would do this, but I don't know if he would feel the same way, but... as Druskin, not me. My bad.
Okay. So that... Durahn with 30-foot radius. Okay. So your ally, yeah. Yeah, no, everyone has to see that, because it's obnoxious. Everyone gets to see the aura.
Hey.
Yep, see it.
Yeah.
So, there you go, guys. 1d4 extra radiant damage. And he says, I am Druskin.
Let's see. So that guy...
Uh-oh.
let's see.
Loses in a jar. This is melting very slowly.
Target is affected by the spell. The target treats the phantasm as real. Any logical outcomes from interacting with the phantasm. So it's an opaque jar.
A sealed opaque jar of acid. Like you know, like a impossible to break jar, like a steel or like a really hard clay jar. One of the two.
I think I may have found a way around this.
No, God damn it!
Because it doesn't travel with the person.
Yeah, but can
But
I
it-
just not get out of it?
But if it tries to move out of it, it'll just stumble out of it because it's just an illusion.
Right. He's freaking out, trying to roll up against the wall and shit, and whoop.
It just go through.
Well, come on now.
Oh, hold up. It does say deep within his, takes his root deep within his mind, so...
Yeah,
He
so
might,
like,
he might believe he hits the wall.
yeah, and
But
it's
he
like,
doesn't.
oh, I can't punch through this wall.
Yeah, but
Oh.
it says that even if they fall through an invisible bridge, they'll think that, oh, I just fell off.
God damn it! God damn it! Well,
And of your choice.
So yeah, no. That's
Turn,
so
target
close we
shield.
moved him.
Receives damage as a type. I hate this spell so much. Like, action to examine the phantasm. Sees targets. So, each round on your turn. Okay. No, he's gonna rock back and forth in the jar and then just push up against the side to try to knock it over and just stumbles into this kid and over. And he looks back at this jar that no one can see as he sort of whips off invisible acid off of himself. As I discover that Phantasmal Force isn't actually that strong.
God damn it, Rick. But
You think you can summon such things to keep me in check? I think not.
That's why I generally. God, I need to make a
1,
bard.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like this.
Just push the lady
So he-
aside. Fuck her.
Yeah, no, he does. He pushes her over the fence, and she goes. She breaks her hip.
Oh,
dick.
That's... Ouch.
Let's see here. What does that spell do?
Wait, what spell?
That spell. Oh, it's not in the SR. God damn it.
Fucking right.
Welcome to my hell.
do
That spell.
side note? Do our villagers have initiative in this, or are they just standing?
They have initiative in it, but they were
Okay.
sort of unsure
Okay.
what to do. So his glaive begins to radiate with energy, and he strikes down at Enroth. Once.
Oh,
That hits.
yeah, that definitely hits.
So make a con save,
Oh shit.
as the bright light basically explodes on you. You manage to pass, but you still take extra damage. As he blinding smites you. So you take 26 damage. And he strikes
Wow.
again. And
Miss.
once more.
Wait, he missed though.
And once more.
Ugh.
So he strikes
God
at you
damn.
once, you resist the blinding, and then strikes again. No, the blinding is already over. It's
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So he attacked 3 times. I'm sorry.
Yes. And he stands there ferociously. On these guys, do they
paralyze the wrong one?
they're still paralyzed. The peasants are gonna start running away. Disengaging, running away. Oh fuck.
Good plan. Except
Whoa.
old lady broken hip.
Yeah. Timo.
I don't like when they do stuff like that to my friends. I'm gonna slide past Edvers here, cause I'm cool like that.
Real
Awful
real
humble.
smooth like.
Yeah, real smooth. Timo's like still kind of covered in butter, so he just slips through. I'm gonna give a healing word to Enroth. Make that saving throw.
No, I got it. He makes it.
Nice. Well, then he heals for 8. And while I'm at it, Timo's going to say, "None need to die." but at the same time be a bit of a hypocrite and do a produce flame out of it.
15 bounces, like, it hits his full plate and then just dissipates.
It
And
was
yes,
just a
no
warning.
more Avalon spells.
I
Aw.
like it.
Runt.
Runt is gonna try and finish off this guy on the ground, so he's gonna bite.
25 hits and crits.
Another, what is it?
2d6. Another 20 damage as he bites the guy and just, like, shakes around his head. He's still alive, though.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, these guys, none of these guys are pushovers.
Okay, so
Big
Runt's gonna
thanks to
hold.
Volo's guide for all of these really strong NPC stat blocks.
Wow. All right. Runt's gonna hold his ground then, and then that'll be Runt's turn.
Now it's Enroth. Did Enroth get
Enroth-
an 11 even with advantage on his initiative?
He got
Yeah.
a sword, remember?
I got a 10 and an 11, so the gods were not nice to me. Okay, so Enroth as a bonus action is gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the main guy.
Mark him.
Okay, and then we'll strike with the Frostlight.
Okay. 26 hits for 12 plus, well, 14, because you use that too.
Okay.
No, don't forget the plus 1 die 4 for Crusaders. mental.
Right. Oh, right. 1d4 of radiant damage, right?
Right.
Yep.
And I guess, would that also apply to Runt?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So 2d4 for him. That guy's still alive.
Okay, and then Runt will use his reaction to attack again.
Okay. And he flubs his nose into the ground again.
Runt, what are you doing?
Or, like, he bites, like, oh no, he's got jerky in his pocket. So Runt uses his reaction to eat the jerky.
Yeah. He rips open the pocket and starts munching on it. Alright, that's it.
Xavius.
So, under these guys are all incapacitated or like paralyzed.
They
or
are
just sleeping.
paralyzed proper. They are just there.
Alright, well, Xavier can't seem to hit that guy from over here, so he's going to I'm just gonna shoot him. Why are you turning it up and down?
Because it was a bit loud.
So I'm just gonna shoot him with my hand crossbow. Am I within 30 feet of him?
Who?
Okay, yeah, just within 30 feet of him.
Well, you're actually a little away from 30 feet from him.
Okay, well
You're
then I
like
drop.
just out of range.
So I'll drop down right. Can I just? He's behind a fence, isn't he?
You can go here, and he had some cover, but
Well, yeah, but the question was, I want to get behind him, or something, or I just want to fucking get within 30 feet of him reasonably. But
just go
So, yeah.
here.
so yeah, I'm going to just let go of me.
You've got mobile, and you're a rogue. You have no
Yeah, so
problem doing anything.
I drop down there, and we'll get within here actually, and we'll I'll shoot him with my crossbow.
I will say you won't have disadvantage because these guys are fucking paralyzed.
Right. So shoot him.
30 hits for Tad plus sneak attack.
Plus 1 die 4. So 30 altogether.
So yeah, you hit him right in the right in like the chest. Yeah.
What up? Yeah. Oh shit! I wonder also, can I look on him, see if he has anything interesting? Like, does he have like a scroll happen to be on his side or some shit?
Not that you can. It's kind of dark. I mean,
Dark vision. Can I see?
yeah.
See if any of these guys have him.
Worry about that after the battle.
No. Damn, I really need to know now.
I mean, they have some stuff, but not any obvious valuables.
No, I was
But they
asking
got-
if they had like a note, a letter, something, book, something that might look
Not
like
not
it's...
sticking out.
Hmm.
They've got like belt pouches and shit. But... And that guy is no longer paralyzed.
Uh-oh.
Can't take his turn yet. He has that. That's fine. Grant. Trister, you're muted.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was also searching for solutions to my internet problem. Anyway, I have literally no idea where anyone is right now. The big dude ran towards the civilians, didn't he?
He's fighting me.
I don't know where you are.
He
I'm
is
25
20
feet in front of
away.
you.
Yeah.
You're
Okay,
25
right.
feet. You're
I don't
20
know where
feet to the
right.
big guy. So if you go 20 feet, you can get right to the big guy.
Oh, well, let's do that then.
Get up to the big guy.
Yeah, I can do that with my movement.
But
And
nothing more.
Since
You can
diplomacy
attack.
has failed, we're gonna go for the old 1-2 with the axe. Please.
Do you need someone else to roll it for you?
I still don't have internet.
Okay.
Can't.
Someone please roll for control Grant's character.
I will control Grant's character. I'm rolling your axe?
Yeah,
One-handed?
yeah.
Ask
Thank
him a
you.
question. A 13 misses.
You have 2 attacks, right?
Yeah.
Yes. That hits.
Well,
You critically hit for 13 damage and wound him.
Bonus action. I should have done this first. Smack him with the shield.
Do you want to push him away or push him down?
Push him down, obviously.
Okay. Well, he does have a macro for that in the middle of the sheet.
Yeah,
It
it's just on
attacks.
my attacks.
Don't forget the 2d4 from Crusaders Battle.
And you
Oh, right.
On that.
so you push him
2d4
down.
and
He
1d4?
takes
Well, it's 1d4, but he crit.
yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's...
So Grant misses and then critically hits and then shoves him down. Actually, can he resist the 26? There's a chance that he can.
Oh.
Oh,
He
never
does
mind.
not. So he falls prone.
So boom, look at all that damage you just did. Sexy.
Bam, bam, bam.
Grant gives him the well, what is it pose.
Edvris, you've seen that someone has finally overcome your most powerful spell.
And you
It's-
get the feeling that everyone will now.
If you believe a wall exists, you can't go through said wall. God damn it!
Be true. I mean, it's not that he thinks he went through it. He thinks he like toppled it over and managed to roll out.
This is the reason people die in the Matrix. He went beyond that. Yeah, I suppose. So what I'm gonna do is basically I'm gonna just fling a few of these scorching rays at the guy.
The big guy?
The big guy.
The 23 hits him.
Wow, that's surprising.
And he has some cover, so it's sort of the last one bounces off of Grant a bit.
Oh shucks! Can I?
Wait, he's
just
on the
move-
ground.
Oh, can I move up to his face? No, that would not be very smart when you
No,
add
it
this.
would not.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, you have disadvantage and cover, but the 23 still hits.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I'll just hit him with one ray, I suppose.
And the other go twisting off into the night. Fireworks.
No, it's no phantasmal force, but it'll do.
And Gregory's like, yeah, do it. Yes.
Get it! Get
Get
I'm
him.
trying to remember. Would that actually help him? I don't know. I'm trying to remember if fucking Crusader's Mantle gives that to him too, or not. But
Well, just post Crusader's Mantle again. You have Druskin's stat block.
yes, I do. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Right here.
Only weapon attacks.
All right, good call. So yeah, he's just gonna go up and go. I'm Druskin.
That's
And because he's prone, he's
Advantage, yeah.
yeah. So you crit him. A lot of crits around here.
Surprising.
Plus
And
2d4.
and,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna forget his Divine Strike.
So you get another one. No, that is added on the Radiant,
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
and it already crit. So
Never mind. I didn't realize. Yeah, there's a macro setup, but that's about it. So, wait, he doesn't get a second one.
you can't. He has the War Priest feature.
Yeah, but that requires him to use.
It's his bonus action.
Yeah, I guess he can. Fuck it. Fuck it. He'll do it.
And with that, he smashes down, and the guy goes unconscious.
I am Druskin.
And starts dying. And then he then he takes his wound. So he's got one failure, one success. Oh god, look at all this. Let's see, what is his he needs to make a con save. And he doesn't, so the wound remains. Okay, these guys get to save.
Don't
He
succeed.
saves.
Oh,
He fails. So the
Oh,
guy
no.
the guy that's on the ground and almost dead succeeds.
Oh, thank God. I thought I have to do
Peasants
three of them.
peasants run off.
Thank you.
Timo.
yeah.
Granny's
Shoot. Timo's just gonna like shout at his friends, subdue them, and go up to try to stabilize this guy, just to make sure he doesn't die.
Thank you.
You could use your healer's kit, or you could try a medicine check.
If I use my healer's kit, he gains health though, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So let's. I mean, I got a +9 medicine. I feel pretty confident here. Yeah.
Okay. He is now stable, but still bleeding out from that gigantic wound.
I mean, that'll take some tending. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna give another little healing word to Enroth. Just a little one, which apparently does the same healing as last time.
I will take it. Rick, are you muted?
No, I am just not
Oh.
talking, which is the same
Okay.
as being muted, really. Runt.
Runt will again attack this guy who's almost dead. 19.
Yes, and he is proper dead.
Okay.
Runt rips
Oh, no.
rips out his throat and he dies.
Wow. that's
Enroth,
brutal.
help! Enroth, help!
Runt charges over
Thank you.
right to Xavius, and we'll wait for Enroth to join him.
Uh-oh.
And so Enroth will follow and come up onto the other guy. So it's like both take off at the exact same time, and we'll strike at the same time.
Okay.
So I will transfer. I'll take my bonus action to transfer Hunter's Mark to this guy here. I'm about to attack,
All right.
and here comes Frostlight.
Here comes the thunder.
That hits. And as you do, he reacts by casting a spell.
1d4, don't forget 1d4.
Oh right. Oh yeah, radiant damage.
I'm trying to keep on top of it. Fuck, dude.
That's just not great.
So to make a dex save, Enroth.
Nice.
You succeed, so you take half. So as you react, he casts a spell and basically just shoves fire in your face.
Oh,
You
he's
take
a real
15 points of fire damage.
okay. And Runt is going to, of course, use his coordinated attack and attack the other guy.
Okay.
Sexy.
And yeah,
so
that
another
crits.
2d4.
Oh, and the Radiant. Sorry.
Don't forget another 2d4. Yeah.
And he's got to make it. Oh, he's held person. Oh, he goes prone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he takes 20, another d4 because you crit.
Oh, right.
Because he's paralyzed. 4, 21, 28 damage. So he gives a big bite into this guy, who just watches in horror as he fucking bleeds all over the place. Xavius.
So to get behind him without provoking an attack of opportunity, can I get behind him without provoking an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, you can't provoke because this guy can't take reactions. Yeah.
So I'll get behind this guy and go shink 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 shink. So free action, pull forth the dagger, and I'm going to attack him with the rapier.
That hits.
Boom, and so altogether 27 points of damage.
Yeah.
Bonus action, stab the shit out of him for another 9. If those hit, of course.
That hit.
And Radiant.
Right. So 3 on top of that. And then I'm going to move out of the way.
Let's see what this guy has in store for you.
Oh. I mean, I just stabbed the fuck out of him. Bring it on, cupcake.
Let's see.
I said that last time and I died, so maybe I should shut the fuck up.
So he moves back 5 feet and then casts another spell.
Still provoking. No, never mind.
Nope.
No, because I'm gonna guess he's a warcaster.
No.
What about... No, that was... What he cast was Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think.
Can he cast a spell then?
Yeah.
Oh.
It sure does look like it.
How long can this be?
Is that a flame wall, fucker?
It is indeed a wall of fire.
I'm into it then.
Let's see. When each creature within its area... Let's see. It's 20 foot high, 1 foot thick, 60 feet long.
Can you see through fire?
No, not this one.
Not a wall of fire.
It is a wall of flame.
If you
So Enroth and
look-
Grant need to make dex saves.
Uh-oh.
Ugh. And Grant
Um,
also needs to make a dex save?
Yes.
Does he get to add his shield bonus?
Grant is 3.
Oh,
Yes.
So it's +4 to that, whatever he rolls then.
3
So-
plus 4,
so-
so 7.
7.
You both fail. And
Is
take...
Enroth within 10 feet of me?
No.
No.
Oh well, sucks to be you then. Grant resists it.
Oh, did you take
Okay.
half?
Yeah.
So Enroth, you take 17. Wow, that was a terrible roll. Jesus. So Enroth takes 17, Grant takes 8.
Okay.
And then
I
he's
got you,
gonna
Grant.
fucking start running off. As he can. And you no longer have line of sight because fucking wall of flame.
Does he stab the people on his way up because he's a massive dick?
Give him ideas.
Not in this case. Yeah. Grant. Let's see.
I
Hell
would-
of Fire. Okay. And the fire is bearing down on you. And that guy is dying again. Okay.
Oh, is the dead dude in?
The dead dude is right next to you, and you both are on the same side of the fire.
Can I drag him out?
Sure, if you use your action.
Yeah,
You
I'll do that.
grapple and...
How about here, on the other side of Druskin? Or
I'm gonna say sure.
Bring him down. Keep bringing him
So that's still well within the fire.
down.
no, but you got to bring him down. I have no control of him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not within the fire, right?
It flares out 10 feet.
Oh, it fails out 10 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Drag down further. Shit.
Can we drag him down as far out of the flame? What?
Because Grant's movement costs double when he's
Oh, no,
dragging.
Grant's- yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I wish I can. Oh, I do still have access to my character sheet, I think. Let's see. No, I don't.
No, why
But
would
you dragged him, so that's your action, right?
Yeah, but I'm seeing if I've got any bonus action stuff. I don't think I do. No, I think that's gonna be it. I'm gonna have to just drag him as far as I can and hope that he doesn't burn to death.
Edris, what are you doing?
Edris.
Well, what am I doing? That is the question. No, I see what's going on, and I look at Gregory, and then I walk over to this guy over here. And is it possible to pull him out of the fire and then kind of, move myself down here and move him there?
I suppose. Use your action to do that.
Yes,
You
I'll
help
use
Grant to drag him out.
Wonderful. I'll do nothing else.
Really keen on not killing this guy.
Yes.
Druskin.
So he's bleeding out, right?
Yes. I am Druskin.
Druskin is also in the fire.
Yeah. So Druskin, being, Dragonborn, he's not afraid. Spare the dying that guy so he at least stops bleeding out.
Is stable.
We'll move down into the flame.
Let's see. Let me find the fire again. It is a... Let's see. Take and restoration. Sure. Same time it enters the wall for the first time on it ends it there. Oh, no save. That extra damage is no save.
Alright.
So he just takes 11 fire damage.
He'll be okay. He's big, so don't die. And that's like all he can do, though, I'm afraid.
That guy is unconscious. That
Okay,
guy
okay.
is no longer paralyzed.
Probably wishes he was, though.
The peasants are running away. Timo.
So this I'm gonna ping it. This like
It's a
fencing.
It's a
back here.
fence.
Obscuring my vision of the dude running away.
No, it's like 3 feet high at most.
Okay.
It's not difficult terrain, but you do have to climb over it. So
Just produce flame. Fucking pelt him in the head with the fire. Poof!
I would like to go rogue. Not my usual. First, I'd like to try casting dispel magic on this firewall because my
Thank
friends
God.
are having a bad time.
All right, roll a wisdom check. That wisdom check.
Can do. There.
Nice.
You dispel it.
And then I think I would like to turn and use my movement to get there to try and head this guy off before he makes his escape.
Okay, Runt.
Runt is going to continue to bite the guy on the floor.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. 1d4.
Have Druskin roll a concentration save.
Ooh. Which is what, just a con check
Yeah,
or?
con save.
Alright, he's got that done. Maybe not.
No, he's fine. So yeah, that Crusader's Mantle's still up. And this guy is still up.
So 1d4.
He's still alive.
Yeah,
Getting
I-
bit to shit, but...
Okay. Enroth, now that the thing is saved, do I have to roll a concentration check?
For Hunter's Mark?
Yeah.
Yes, because you did take damage.
Nice.
You're
Sexy.
fine.
Okay. Enroth will continue to chase this guy. He's actually going to get on this side of him. That's exactly 30 feet.
Okay.
Oh, you sexy man.
And going to attack twice now. So Frostlight.
That hits.
1d4. Yeah, there we go.
And then Little Wolf. No.
That does not hit. And make a yeah, he's gonna spend it since he's got it. Make another dex save.
Oh!
He blasts you in the face for 40 fire damage.
That's his hellish rebuke? Fuck. No,
Yes.
Enroth is standing, but barely standing.
Let's try. No, you drop. You fail massive damage. And
Okay.
actually, no, that's not massive damage. It's just under massive damage, so you're fine.
For now.
But if it had been any more, you would have dropped either way.
It's half my hit points,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it would have had to been 41.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Xavius.
So, I'm going to just follow after the dude. And, okay, that's more than enough.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. One more thing. Sorry. Runt, because Runt can see again.
14 misses. Just keeps more jerky.
No, he's prone.
14 misses.
14 misses.
Oh, 14 misses. Okay. Alright.
Xavius comes running up and... How about thee? 20 hit?
Hey, 20 hits. And you stab him in the back, preventing his escape and murdering him. And he
I think he stops
collapses.
as he falls off a rapier. It's the second time I've never meant to kill someone for that. Shit!
He's dead. Grant.
Alright, that guy's still alive.
Oh.
Oh, wait! Wait, never mind.
Sorry, who's left?
The guy that's on the ground that Runt is trying and failing to attack.
Okay, that's not the same guy that I
yeah.
was dragged out of the fire, right?
No.
No.
And is he in a state where he won't?
He's on the ground, but trying to get up right now.
No, I mean the guy that we pulled out. Is he?
He is stable.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Then I'm gonna join Runt and stamping on this guy's head. Only I use an axe. Please.
That's 20
Yes.
feet. Alright, here
I'm loving
comes
These
the
big
battle axe.
distances. Can we street fight more? Yeah, please. One hand, twice.
I mean, we can.
Let's see. So both of those hit. And you knock him unconscious. well, he starts dying, but you know. Well, I guess that's the battle over.
Woo!
Well,
Hey.
Yeah.
I saw none of that.
And without that whole person, that would have been a much more dangerous encounter.
I was so super glad about their grouping and having high initiative this time.
Yeah.
That was super good.
And if Xavius hadn't been there, that guy would have just been gone. Would have been out. I really like that stat block. The Hellish Rebuke and the control options. It's really good.
That's horrible.
No, it's great.
40 damage.
Yeah, 40 damage with Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah, speaking of which, I believe Enroth
Enroth
needs
is-
some love.
Enroth is at 1 HP.
Damn. Well, there's another 19 because healers care.
Yeah, and Rob thanks you because he was like stumbling and seeing stars, like he swear he was talking to
How are
his
these civilians doing?
He got a blast to the face.
He's like burned.
Yeah, I think after like telling the other civilians to go to their homes.
Oh no, they're
also-
fucking running off still.
Yeah.
Or even the grandmother.
Yeah, well, no, the grandmother is like out cold.
Timo's gonna give her a little love too. I mean,
Well,
you know.
you've healed her for 4 times her maximum hit points.
Yeah.
So
I mean, she's still got a
I
broken
was
hip.
just
But
gonna go lay on hands, one hit.
Enroth's gonna search the dead hellish rebuke a-hole.
Yeah, I was gonna totally do it too.
And as he's doing it, he's like kicking the corpse as well.
he has a glass orb on him that is has the mark of Bator carved into the front of it.
Can I take a look at that orb?
It is made of a black glass that you can peer deep into and see. You can see just the tiniest pinprick of light at its center.
Okay, can I make some kind of like Arcana check on that?
I mean, I suppose. Yeah,
What it might be?
make an Arcana check. It might be magical, but moreover, it's an arcane focus.
It's nothing, just a focus.
Anything else does he have on him?
Let me go to my rolling of my rolling of treasure. Random treasure generator. Individual. CR that. He has like 13 gold on him. 11 pounds of copper trade bars. That's ridiculous. I'll say he has 80 gold on him in a pouch. He has a small, like black leather-bound book that has a hand on the front of it.
I take that book.
He also has a mace on him. Mace is kind of weird, but yeah, he's got a mace on him.
I just tossed that to the side.
Fuck this mace. And Trister's saying that he'll lay on hands Enroth for 30.
Yeah.
That'll help.
Gotta restore that HP.
Enroth hands the 80 gold to Grant.
Are you guys gonna help this guy that was knocked unconscious at all?
Isn't Edris with him?
Yeah, I'm
This guy.
Oh, I thought he was. No, Run's sniffing his pockets for jerky.
I will tie him up and loot the shit out of him.
Actually, I think he died. Because, like, his turn comes along, he fails his save, and then takes 2 wounds. Dies. Bleeds out. And is dead.
It's okay, we got that one stable guy.
Yeah, Runs is still sniffing for jerky.
They have,
Run's gonna-
they both have longbows and a bunch of arrows on them. Sorry, what was that?
Just saying, Grant's going to tie up that other guy who is stable.
You tie him up. He is tied up.
Timo's gone into old lady helping mode.
Oh, thank you. I was walking home from meeting with my friends, the cowards that ran off.
Who were these men?
I haven't seen these brutes around, but I know they're kind. Last few weeks they've been causing nothing but trouble around here. Oh, with that mark. Start with the symbol of Bator is. It's not the hand, because the hand is just Modus.
I think it's like the triple triangle, isn't it? No, that's Asmodeus.
Oh, it's the eyeball made of, like, stuff.
Stuff. That's the worst thing.
It looks like a female gender symbol, but with 3 spikes in 3 different directions. Basically.
I don't think they will be troubling you anymore tonight.
But they're kind of just been grouping around.
Anything you could tell us about them would be very helpful.
She just sort of stands up, or, well, sits up. I heard them gathering out at that rundown tavern. The one guy got arrested. I don't remember the name of it. Never went to that part of town. That part of the boonies. What do I call them? Slums? Shacks? I don't fucking know. I had a name for him at one point.
Shack.
I think we know the place. Can you make it home on your own?
She tries to stand up and then just no, she collapses again.
Grant's gonna pop over and deliver a point of magical healing to her. See if that helps. Usually does with bones.
Yeah, a point of magical healing. She and some little help from Timo and Grant. She gets up onto her feet. She seems kind of wary of Grant, but holds his hand and thank you so much. Don't know if I'd be alive if it weren't for the lot of you. Thank you. Then starts hobbling over. Gonna beat the shit out of those. Run off without me. I won't let them live it down a day.
Here, take this mess.
Timo is not about to stand in the way of angry grandma.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't met again.
Yes.
It'll be right after the combat finishes. One sec.
So, alright, so I want to loot these other 2 guys, but...
Enroth has gone over to this guy he's like stable, and like slaps him to see if he can get him to wake up.
So between the other 2, they've got like 80 gold on them between the 2. And the other guy is just unconscious. Slapping him isn't going to do anything.
Enroth, it makes Enroth feel better.
So those 2, they got 80 gold, longbows. They've got little amulets, crude amulets with the symbol of Bator on them.
Those Timo kind of like spots Xavius going through these things and points to the amulets. Those could come in handy.
So we should probably like get this guy out of his armor, so that way if he wakes up, he's not fully fucking prepared.
Enroth nods and starts stripping him out of his armor.
I will assist him.
It takes you, even with the two of you, 5 to 10 minutes to get him out of his armor. It's, dark colored, very fine set, but of course marked with the symbol of Bator on it. So, yeah.
But what does Druskin and Grant wear?
They both got full plate now.
Oh, okay, well then. I say, fuck it, we could like clean this up.
Yeah, now that you guys both have full plate, I can just like throw bad guys with full plate on at you and not care.
No.
Well, damn.
Well, we could sell this easily. Shit.
Who's going to buy armor with the symbol of Bator?
Just then clean it up.
That too could come in handy.
I think
Did Xavius take those amulets?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has a shield. Well, no, not a shield. Around his neck, he's got a fine amulet of Bator. For its materials alone, worth maybe 20 gold. Like it's made of gold with like an inset symbol that's black. It is a holy symbol proper, not just an amulet.
Was he a cleric? I look at Grant.
And he's got his glaive, of course.
Right.
So I'm kind of curious, maybe if he's not a cleric, then maybe he's like a quote-unquote champion.
Well, either way, he seems to be some kind of religious servant of Bator.
Apparently. So do we want to tie him up and...
He's human, his face is pretty heavily scarred, he's got a bunch of burn marks. Just like taking off, you can see he's got burn marks spiraling up both of his arms and on his neck, and they're not in any real... They're in some kind of very crude pattern. Almost ritualistic of sorts.
I wonder if this man is truly still human.
He appears to be human.
Well, yeah.
He has flesh.
What my normal sight,
Does
does
my special eye reveal anything?
If only Edris was still old Edris, he would have been like, he has flesh for now. I could I could fix that.
Yeah, basically.
And then he'd tell a story about the one time he did that with a person, and it didn't end well. But this time, he's pretty sure.
I don't have to say these things anymore, and you guys just do it.
Your special eye doesn't reveal any illusions or anything about him. He does kind of have this sort of dark aura about him, but being new with the eye, you're not sure what it means.
Fair enough.
The other three have the same thing.
Enroth opens up the book with a hand on it. Starts looking.
It is written in Infernal.
Luckily,
Yeah.
I read Infernal.
Oh.
Enroth is already reading it.
It is you recognize this writing. It is a writing that was once found in another book with a hand on it that you once looked at.
Ooh.
But some details changed. It no longer talks about Modus, but talks about Asmodeus and the archdevils of the Nine Hells that answer to him.
You see Enroth visibly draw in breath when he starts recognizing this.
Asmodeus, Bel of the First, Amon of the Third, etc., etc.
He's my man.
Enroth looks to the rest of the group and says,
Fuck off.
this group, this book is the same as the book we saw of Modus, except it reveals the devil's true name in here.
Huh. So why don't we tie this guy up
Uh,
and
as as you're talking, like say that Enroth, a slip of paper falls out of it, folded up, sort of just pops to the ground.
And Roth picks it up and opens it up immediately, not thinking at all.
Roll a dex save. It's a glyph of warding. No,
it's
it's it looks like a very crude map. With some like written in ink with some reddish charcoal writing on top of it.
Do I
The
recognize...
big guy is already bound and roped.
I'm binding him again,
You double bind him.
and we're gonna wake him up.
Well, not here, not right now.
What's the map? What does the map have in the right? I'm sorry. What is the writing on the map? Is it infernal or is it something else?
There is no writing on the map. It's just a map with like circles and lines drawn on it.
I call over Gregory. Gregory, right?
Gregory.
And I show him the map and I say, does any of this look familiar?
This is a map of Maljun.
I show it to Grant.
Yeah, it looks like a map of Maljun.
He says, these lines, what do you think these lines mean? With the circles.
I'm not sure.
Does it look... Can we narrow down a location?
Roll an investigation check.
Yeah, I can do that now. As soon as I open my character sheet again. No, it's just roll 20 being slow. Unless the internet has died again. I hope it hasn't.
Rest in peace. Well, you're still talking to us.
Good.
So...
Well, it didn't immediately kick me out of Discord before. It's just that everything went quiet. The fact that music's still playing is a good sign.
Music still playing?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. But it's not for me. Hold on.
I don't know why you always have problems with it.
Who knows?
I blame New York. Just the whole thing. Everyone in it.
Who doesn't?
Thanks, New York.
That looks like a map of Maljun.
With Gregory's help.
Maybe I could be okay.
Yeah. Giving you advantage and pushing you to a 20. I think these... This one is about where that old tavern was. And a line is drawn to it to here. And they all centralize around this location. But... The tunnels.
Yes, the old woman said that they had been congregating at that tavern.
And yeah, Grant, do you as a person remember the tunnels under Maljun? Did you ever... Was that after your
I was
time?
not here for... Yeah, that was before.
That was, the only people who were part of the group were
Yeah.
Rhys, and Jolts, I think,
And
and Timo,
Timo.
of course.
And Timo.
Yeah, I was going to say, Timo's been there since the start, hasn't he?
So yeah. The tunnels.
Tunnels. Are there tunnels?
Underneath the city, combined with the sewers, there's a series of tunnels that goes to many places. It's a veritable maze down there. Constructed while this area was under dwarven control thousands of years ago.
Close to here should be an entrance to one of these tunnels. I believe that it leads off to other 4 passageways. I'm talking, of course, about the Red Flame.
Yes, we investigated part of it when we were taking care of that filthy human trafficker. Make the perfect place for such a cult to investigate, but we never figured anyone would go under there. We tried to wall up as many areas as we could, including the one at the Red Flame. Perhaps someone in the know has...
It seems likely. Could we get a report on what was done down there exactly, so that we are not going out of our way unnecessarily when we delve into them?
Well, they haven't been investigated in the weeks since that man was arrested. We cleared out people as best we could, but many of the areas were sealed off by the time we got there. We merely sealed off the entrance in the basement of that tavern. I don't know if they had accessed it through the tavern or through some other area and merely are using the tavern as a new entrance.
Undoubtedly. Through various entrances, I'd imagine. I mean, it would be foolish to only go through one entrance. Nobody would be that stupid, right?
Especially not someone who's trying to undermine the security of a city by destroying the hope of its people.
Exactly. But it might be worth a gander now, quickly, after we deal with this other person.
I think we should bring him to the authorities so they can fully interrogate him.
I feel like that may be a good idea. If we spend too much time dealing with this kind of thing, we may lose our opportunity to conduct more covert work.
He has information we need. We cannot just go charging into this. There are too many exits. When you break into a rat's nest, they scatter, and they are lost forever.
Perhaps, lads, I could do a service there then. I do have quite a way of sleeping around.
If you were to run into trouble, none of us could come and get you.
Then I would make a hasty retreat.
I think by all our talents combined, we could probably make our way in there.
Could form Voltron.
Well, I was going to say Captain Planet.
Yeah, that was going to be my next one. Summon Captain Planet.
Edris
The
and
thing is, I think
can
Edris would be half of those.
Yeah,
Timo would be hard.
absolutely.
Right,
Yeah.
But I can at least scout ahead slightly, if nothing else. Let me clear the coast and everything.
I think we should at least get this man back to authorities, not be out here where we're open to more attack.
Yeah, agreed.
Along with these bodies, no one escaped. No one knows what happened. They will not expect us.
Perhaps. I would not suggest it, but the civilians might spread word of our story.
Right. Let's get rid of them.
Can
And Roth
I-
gives you a dirty look when you say that.
Well, let's get rid of them?
Oh, I thought you meant the civilians.
I have a,
No! Dude!
Oh.
Come on!
I have a better idea. Goes to.
I'm going to say no. Edris, no.
I think.
Roth puts a hand on Grant's shoulder and says, "Maybe this is a different Edris."
No. I've thought about this rationally, and I think I can justify this. So remove any doubts and worry, and I will deal with this. Control all those under my command. Yeah. So, unless being stopped, gonna go and raise some of them skeletons, I suppose.
Skeleton time.
And then last
Yeah,
will
whatever.
be,
Remember, each casting only raises one. I mean, unless you use a fourth level spell slot.
Yeah, these are also.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah, so I got
Gregory goes to like, what are you doing exactly?
Does no one else stop him?
Oh no.
Enroth kind of says it's not a bad idea.
Nah, I guess you're not.
For the greater good.
The only issue I'm seeing with it is if he raises on the skeletons, the flesh is just gonna stay behind.
It kind of sloughs off, doesn't it?
Yeah, you could raise them as zombies.
Yeah, but
They're a
I
bit
mean,
slow, but
skeletons are cleaner, right?
They could pick up after themselves.
Yeah, but I mean, wouldn't it not be easier to just raise them as zombies, put cloaks on them, and like shuffle them through town?
Well, then I can't. Well, out of character, then I can't arm them with bows, unfortunately, which is the aim.
let me look at Zambos.
Balls.
Zimbabos.
Zambonis.
Yeah, they got jack shit for dex and strength.
Yeah.
They're not the best. But they're really hard to kill.
Yeah, but
Versus skeletons, which are pretty easy to kill, but are a bit better offensively.
skeletons. I mean, I can just put the flesh in my bag, I suppose.
No.
We're talking 3 human adult bodies of, well, human and elf adult bodies of flesh.
I've got a big bag.
Well,
Enroth looks around and spots the chicken coop. And he hops the fence to see if there's any chickens in there.
Yeah, there's a few chickens in there. They're clucking around.
What's on the floor?
Straw?
And he says, "What if we put the bodies underneath the straw?"
That's a good idea.
I as
Rick is so stunned he can't respond.
As a member of the leadership of the city, I would ask that you do not leave the flesh mass of 3 humanoid adult males underneath someone's chicken coop.
Well, what do you propose when we put them then?
If you're going to raise them as zombies, although I'd prefer that you didn't at all, so that these people can be taken care of properly.
Would you have someone come by expediently to sort this out then?
Well, not expediently, but I would tell someone by the morning.
It's wonderful.
But yeah, we need to get rid of them now.
We can leave
That's
the
the
flesh
graveyard on the way here.
You know, he's not wrong. Shit.
There is paperwork to go through to get a burial in the graveyards.
Well, then let's just animate them as zombies and move them along.
Is there like a wagon or anything nearby or something like that?
No.
Oh no! Oh,
There's your wagon, which is in Fiscara.
Yeah.
Did you send it back? Did you pay someone to send it back?
No, we paid them. Oh, yeah, I think Grant did before we left.
Okay, I'll raise them the zombies then. It's fine.
Okay. That's the better solution.
Until such time as they can be given off, and not until such time as you can arm them up and use them as cannon fodder.
Wait. Problem solved?
Yeah?
Temporarily
Character...
Edward solves problems and takes names. Come on now.
Yeah, he takes names and puts them into his book of people I have subdued into undeath.
Yeah, that's apt.
But they're good names, like John W.
John W. Bear.
Oh man, the legend, the man. I think he's the most powerful thing that will ever be raised ever.
Yeah.
In this campaign.
Yeah, probably.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah, mistakes.
Mistakes and miracles. That's terrible. I guess I should give them vision.
Well, I'm up with bows, or the bows that they had before, I suppose.
Well, you can add.
And
I shall.
don't forget to put them on the what do you call it, landing page. for your sake.
Yes. There. Three Zambos.
Awesome. Thank you.
Right, all of those kobold skeletons you had are dead now.
Yeah, they are
Yeah.
murdered.
I
in
wonder
their
what
sleep.
happened to those.
Yeah, what happened?
I will find out, and I will
Probably
try
don't.
it.
You probably don't even want to bother giving them bows because they would have +0 to hit and -2 to damage.
Really? Oh shucks, zombies are useless.
They're
Well,
not.
one of them
You've
could
got a
have
meat
that
wall.
haze.
They're meat walls.
Yeah, meat walls for what? Like, I
Well,
mean,
if you put them in, if you were fighting in a place like this, you could literally just have a line of them stand 10 feet back and plink spells between them.
that is true. That is true. But
You could
then,
you could get a chair and have them carry you around.
oh my god, that's one.
Oh, don't give me
Yes.
idea.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
know
if I was.
I've used conjure animals just as cannon fodder before because we were totally outnumbered.
I remember that. You created like 12 centipedes or something.
It was wonderful.
Yeah, eight. You missed. Oh, you guys came late for the 8 elk chasing after the
Oh,
drought
God.
priestess.
Yeah, oh my god. The fire
And that was
method.
before he even had access to that spell. He had some like acorns that if you bit into one, you could cast conjure animals as like a small boon that he got from a wood elf. And he's like on the ground, takes one and bites it, and just 8 elk just appear.
I believe we tracked by the trail for a while anyway.
Yeah.
Left by the elk.
You found her for a long way, except for then she fireballed the elk.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that happens.
Okay, I'm gonna end it here because I need to actually do some prep more than none at all. But you still made decent progress this session.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Everest has
That-
undead again.
That session could have gone way worse, combat wise.
That whole person was key, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I had it prepared today.
Hmm.
Yeah, because that big guy is strong.
He
And
took
that-
a lot of hits. Didn't he?
That warlock can blast.
Oh god, that warlock sucked.
He had 2 or 3 turns where it couldn't do anything. And would have been worse. Wall of Fire could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it would have been horrible.
And
Like, if
then-
he'd just gotten it straight down the middle before we'd made it through.
How about a 5th level Scorching Ray?
That's
Ooh.
not too bad. sort
That's
of.
that's 6 rays,
Yeah,
doing
so that's
2d6
about
each.
12d6 if it all hits.
Damn.
Yeah, that would have been painful.
He had stuff beyond that too, like Finger of Death.
What?
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
And
Why didn't you use
horrible.
it?
Oh yeah, no, like warlocks in the fucking Volos guide are fucking brutal.
They're great. Love
I
them.
love them so much.
So that's it for today.
Yeah.
We'll play
Alright.
again
See
next
you
week,
guys
same
next week.
time. Have a
I guess
good
I'm gonna
time.
keep-
Alright,
Good
great
one.
I'm
game.
gonna keep
Thanks,
reading the
guys.
cipher system
Yeah.
now. Great.
I guess I'm gonna get started on
Goodbye.
Volors.
Yeah,
Good luck with your internet.
it's good.
So I'm at the point where I either continue working on my Mutants and Masterminds game, which no one wants to play, or I work on Cipher a bit more, and I'm just not sure.
Just do what I do and be a lazy shit even when you do have a game.
Right?
That's the only way to go.
Yeah.
Fuck.